Come on, Glad. We like 3 for 3 this week. 4 for 4. I don't know. At least 3 for 4.
3 for 4. Look, 3 for 3.
4, baby.
It's all the same shit. It's all the same. It's all a passing grade.
Come on, Glad. You know I got to manifest, so I got the cribs in the back, bro. This is all I watch all day.
Oh yeah. Well, you live right down the street from them.
This is all I watch all day, bro. I'm like, yeah, I'll take that. You know, going shopping.
Yeah,
Going shopping, man. This is the inspiration behind what I told you earlier, as far as getting up out of here. We're about to go travel, bro, and we're gonna run down on we're gonna go viral, running down on them folk,
running down the ops.
Yeah, running down, and then we're gonna get to it. Start traveling. Like, how dope would that be to just travel, learn different cultures? You know, learn how different people live life, how they see the world, their perspective on America, their perspective on things globally. You know, learning different people, sitting down with people across the country at their dinner table, having those dope conversations, being able to interview and spread those stories throughout the world, bro.
Yeah, you're gonna have to leave these niggas alone here, though.
Yeah, I mean, bro, we going, bro.
No, I'm talking. Yeah, these niggas in.
What you mean? Who you talking about?
You're gonna have that can be done, but you're gonna have to not worry about these niggas that don't want to get off of the shit that be on.
Hold up, see, bro. I'm just talking about traveling. What do you see, yo? Y'all see how he try to
y'all trying to gas me up?
It's 2 minutes in. He trying to gas me up, bro. I'm over here talking about, yo, I'm about to travel.
He trying to start positive. This nigga bringing me back to my old ways.
Man, nah, religion ain't gonna let you try. Like, dang, bro. Like,
he's like, yo, he trying to bring me back to the hood.
Yo, dang.
I left the hood. He trying to bring the hood out of me.
Oh man.
My mic good though?
Yeah, you're good. I don't think I'm good because I didn't reset mine. Hold on.
Oh no, I did actually. I don't hear you.
Yeah, I'm not. Hold on. We live.
Yeah,
we live.
Oh man, cause nigga, I left the hood. This nigga trying to bring the hood out.
Damn, bro. I'm over here excited. Like, yo, we could travel. We could do it. Nah, man, you gonna have to leave these alone, bro.
Leave these niggas on the plantation. That's all I'm saying.
Leave these birds in the water.
Yeah.
They think they're fish.
Yeah, leave these fish in the water. Okay?
Oh man, shout out to all y'all, man. As y'all are joining, please make sure that you like, and subscribe. We got a lot to discuss today. Obviously, there's been a lot in the news. We saw this ICE shooting, as well as a bunch of other things that we'll cover. There's a lot going on. Man. And it's almost, you hear about these situations where, politicians will start different things to cover up certain things. And it's like, yo, is this to cover up that? Is this to cover up the Epstein? Nobody's talking about that anymore. Nobody's trying to talk about Charlie Kirk. Nobody's all these different things that were hot topics. It's like, all right, let's just go start a war. They'll start complaining about that, but then lose focus on the other stuff. I
was wondering, is Candace still foot on their necks, or what's going on with
She just got back, I think, this week. She had taken, I think, 2 weeks off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she just got back, I believe. But see, I don't watch Candace's show, so I typically just see her like the highlights or something like that. So I don't know what she's, what the recent uncoverings have been. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
I'm sure somebody will let us know in the comments. Yeah, if you know in the comments, let us know.
Right, what's going on with Candace, man? She uncovering stuff, and I wouldn't be surprised if nothing surprises me anymore. Nothing surprises me anymore with Candace. I wouldn't be surprised if she really is uncovering some stuff that our government is not comfortable with us knowing. Either them having some type of involvement or something, either before or after. Clearly something's going on. Something's going on.
Yeah, you definitely got to lose faith. You got to lose faith in you really just start losing faith in all the institutions, damn near all the pieces on the chess table. For real, like I ain't trusting nothing. And that's what I say. That's what I love about our generation. We not going for that shit no more. Like
Yeah,
y'all did before, where y'all were just letting these niggas get so wild, and look what y'all done let them do. Got them all the way at the top, swinging around like this is a circus. We're not letting that shit happen.
Yeah.
we lighting shit. We ain't going to a couple things. I got that energy today.
I don't know what just happened, bro. They try to just throw us off for a quick second.
You hit the little reset.
Nah, I didn't hit. I hit that earlier.
Oh, okay. It might just be, we over here thinking
it's just
you might think it's you over here acting like it's the devil, Dak.
Nah, well, it may be. Anything not positive is the devil, right?
Let me stop. My bad. I'm feeling the type of way about this week. My bad.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, bro.
Yeah.
Leave it alone.
I was just holding cats accountable, but my bad. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Let me chill.
Finn, let's go to Finn and some of the honorable Marcus Aurelius. Let's hear some of his wise words from a Stoic perspective. If someone is able to show me that what I think or do is not right, then I will happily change, for I seek the truth. Damn. That's a heavy one.
That's good, dude. That's a great.
Someone is able to show me that what I think or do is not right, then I will happily change, for I seek the truth. Seems like Finn trying to start up with you.
Yeah,
y'all had a conversation. Nah,
see, you went to Finn and he on the same energy I'm on.
Now, Finn, if the devil doesn't exist, if the devil exists, he doesn't announce himself with horns. He hides in the moments. We choose comfort over conscience.
See,
Finn, what we doing here, Finn?
Yeah. See, let me fall back there.
Y'all, you and Finn, y'all, take that to the Patreon. Shout out to Big Bro Steve in the building. When it comes to self-defense, it is better to have the power and not need it than to need it and not have it. Yeah, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Shout out to Arawak Empire. Hold up, this is Unc. I didn't even know Unc changed his name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I believe Arwak. Yo, let us know. Yeah, I think so. For the longest, I didn't even know who. I'm like, wait.
Oh,
what?
Yeah, I see the safe one love at the back end.
Yeah. Grand rising and good morning to all. May the blessings of the universe be abundant wherever you are. Even with this time of strife, no one understands that we must strive to keep each other safe. One love, and I want to focus on that, man. We must strive to keep each other safe, because we're getting ready to get into this ICE video, and there probably will be a lot of debate around whether the shooting was justified or whatever, whether the officer's going to get in trouble. And it's so funny how we look at things from a law, political, government perspective rather than just looking at it from a humanity standpoint.
No, people don't do that. When I read through the comments, once we get into our bag, we can get into it. But it's just a shame to see people look at people decide whether or not based on their religious background, based on their political affiliation. That's what determines what they say. So yeah, once we get into it, let's get into it, because I got that energy. I slept real good. But I got that sleep where it was just enough to make me get up and be hungry that I couldn't sleep longer. So I'm ready to step on shit. So if you ain't calling shit out, I'll call it out for you. You know what I mean? That's the energy I'm on today.
You got to go with your energy, bro.
Yeah.
You got to go where the energy's taking you, bro. That's that's the light inside. Don't ignore it, Glenn.
Yeah, I ain't gonna ignore the shit. Yeah, that's the shit I'm on. So.
Oh man, it's gonna be an interesting show. All right, so continue to like. Let's get to some more of these comments. Shout out to Michelle in the building. The devil will never win. He's just killing time.
The devil's winning.
The devil is winning, and the devil has won. I believe that's why God decided to flood the planet before, and I believe that's what happened with Sodom and Gomorrah when that city was destroyed. I believe that's what happened in the Bible with the Amalekites. The devil is winning.
And what's happening in Palestine? That's what's happening. Right. I mean, we could keep the shit going.
Yeah, Russia and Ukraine.
Nigeria, keep it going.
Venezuela.
Oh, okay, keep going. Get in your back.
Let me keep going. A lot of people would say Europe. And,
okay, keep going.
UK, all these stabbings.
Libya, keep going.
It seems like it's about to happen in Cuba with the U.S. making.
You in your bag today. Okay.
Where else we going?
Yeah, keep going. Freestyling on that their ass, freestyling on their ass. Fuck out of here. Man, bro, this joint is
winning.
The series is the series is 3-0.
Yeah, it's like we down. Like you can't be down 0-3 and looking at it like, yo, we still winning. No, we're losing. We're losing. And that's the type of mindset. And I don't think Michelle is using it like that, but a lot of people believe that good just always prevails. No, that's not true.
No. We definitely see where you're coming from, Michelle.
Good doesn't prevail when evil's working harder, right? It's almost like that quote, talent, hard work beats talent if talent doesn't work hard. Yeah, the devil beats positivity when the positive good isn't working as hard as the devil. That's my understanding of it. Yeah. So maybe I'm off. I don't know. But I look around at what's happening in the world today, and it's hard to imagine God not thinking anything other than the devil's winning.
Yeah. Well, Michelle told me to change my perspective. No, I'm not changing my perspective. No, just same way you're not changing. Don't tell me what to change.
The sky's red. The sky's red.
Don't argue with me. Get out my comments. All right, moving on.
Yeah, let's keep it moving. Let's. Oh man. What, if this is what it looks like with God winning, then we may need a new coach. like Kevin Stefanski from the Browns just got fired for this.
Yeah,
like, when you're not performing up to par, up to the standards, then you usually lose your job. So I hope that this is not what we're experiencing right now. Is not God winning. I hope that that's not what this is. If so, then I would hate to see what it is when the devil's winning. If this is what it looks like when God's winning. Well,
the players gonna have to put it on their back. A lot of these players don't put it on their back. People on the sideline talking about telling us, what should and should not be done. Nah, get in the game.
Yeah,
that's what I'm looking at. So. Yeah. But we're not going to get sidetracked.
Nah, we're not going to get sidetracked. Finn said, have we traveled outside of America? Barely. Like the regular.
Some touch some warm waters type energy, right?
The regular American. Man, I got to choose my words carefully. If I wasn't on here, I'd say it differently. But the regular, typical American travel, go to a couple Caribbean islands here and there. Went to Canada, which was pretty much just outside of Buffalo, New York, where I was. I haven't really traveled like that. So I'm excited too. I'm excited too. I'm out. I'm out. When this lease is up, like I'm doing the numbers, like, okay, get to a certain point, making a certain amount of money, boom. Like I don't need to be anywhere. Like I don't report to an office. I don't do that. So it's like, what is the point of me paying all this rent that I'm paying now when I can take this money, go somewhere else outside the country and travel and learn and really experience life? Experience life. The more that I learn with us doing this show, just overall about the world, it's like the less I know about the world. I want to travel, bro. I'm tired of just formulating my perspective on the world based on the propaganda that America wants me to see or wants me to see. So therefore I can formulate whatever vision for the world from their perspective, not mine. No, I want to go and experience life. So I'm going. I'm going. Yeah. I'm like, people gonna think like, oh, nah, he not really out. All right, watch.
That's exactly what I think.
Yeah. Watch. I'm telling you, I'm going, bro. I'm 100%. I'll have my little hub in Hackensack. So if anything, it'll be like a 6-week travel, then maybe like a 2-week back home or back in Hackensack. That's not home no more, bro. I'm a world traveler now, bro. I'm a world traveler. I don't want to do this, bro. Like, why do I feel like I got to stay here?
Where you want to touch first?
First, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I
want to hit like the Egypt. I'd be down with that. There's definitely a bunch of places in Asia. I want to visit.
Asia for definitely, sure. Man. I saw some videos on the Philippines yesterday, and I'm like, I want to Thailand. I think it actually was not the Philippines. Thailand.
Would love to see it. I want to see India. I like their culture. I like
India, bro. I looked at a dope Enos, this guy right here, bro. He got 4 million followers going around showing dope homes all throughout the world. Yeah.
He
jumped out the window.
Yeah, and he stopped speaking to these niggas who don't want to go nowhere.
Yeah, like I ain't about to be waiting here dealing with y'all, man.
But y'all niggas who ain't ready to spend. Fuck all that. Yeah. Okay. So what you want to dive in first?
See, Maya on board. I think hopefully that'll make her like me more and improve our. Yeah, let me stop joking. But Maya's on deck. Maya's a world traveler anyway, so.
Oh yeah, she do be traveling.
She be traveling. Yeah, I don't know how she can afford to travel, but I can't. Like I just don't get it. Like
I've never been able to afford to do it.
I don't get it.
Like, I don't be having
it. Where is this coming from?
yeah, that's what's up.
But
I do love to see it though. I love to see it when I see people traveling, but I have not got my opportunity yet though.
Yeah, it is what it is. Hey, more. I guess I'm gonna learn. There's certain things that we need to learn, Clay.
Yeah.
So shout out to Mama Lay in the building. Hey. Judge not by appearance, gotta walk by faith, not by sight. All right, I'm with it. That's what I'm finna do. I'm jumping out there. Yeah, I'm finna jump at. Michelle said, "Travel America." No thanks, but you can. No thanks, but you can. Yeah, let me stop. I'm just joking, Michelle. Hey, Michelle, you're in Kentucky. I will gladly come to Kentucky.
Oh yeah,
Kentucky. Come to Kentucky. Matter of fact, let's do it right now. Let's set this up. Michelle, can we come to Kentucky, set up a couple podcasts, maybe a couple dope conversations? I don't know whether it's, about maybe some creative entrepreneurs or just some dope stories that are based in Kentucky. We'll come out there. Let's figure out how to make it make sense, figure out how we can work with some of these businesses. And yeah, we'll take care of the back end stuff on the back end. But yeah, let's just make it make sense. Let's make it make sense. You don't need a lot of money to travel. You just need to plan.
See, that could be true though. That could be true because I ain't gonna lie. When I be looking,
you don't need a lot.
Because maybe that's the thing. When we be looking at it. We be trying to travel a certain way.
Yeah,
and then it's like either travel that way or I don't travel at all.
Yeah,
all or nothing.
Yeah. Let's get into the convo, Glay.
Yeah.
Shall we begin with this ICE shooting? Let's talk about it. So we're going to go through a bunch of different videos. Got this that kind of just covers the overall background, quick 2-minute video. But then I want to get into some of these videos on X that give a few people's opinion on it. And we'll go from there. Yeah, I was going to say Maya does travel that way. But
understood.
But you need... I don't know if what I said earlier went over everybody's head. You may not need, but the money's coming from somewhere. All right, let's move on.
Hold on, Dak. Is that our man Jabril?
Oh, we got the bro in the building, man. Hold up. I ain't even peep.
Nah, we gotta pause the show, Brell in the building.
Wow.
What you mean, nigga? Yo, that's our man. That's our leader. That's our linebacker from back in the day, bruh. Love to see him. He in Virginia, if I'm not mistaken. He killing it. I've been seeing his ads and all that stuff at the Acura dealership. I believe it's Acura, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, man, shout out to you, bro, man. Thanks for tapping in. You know that really keeps us whole.
Love my guy, bro. Well, let's highlight what he said. One of the things that has always stood out to me while traveling is how differently a Black American is viewed. That goes all the way back to World War II. Love you, boys, man. Yeah, that's a fact, bro. We actually have highlighted Jesse Owens' story regarding exactly what you're saying. And this is the thing. This is what all the propaganda, bro. I feel like Black Americans specifically, before we move on to the topic, Black Americans have been convinced that we're so much of victims, and we've been convinced to embrace victimhood, where I think the rest of the world is looking at it like, bro, you don't realize, like, it's like a kid that you see with so much potential, but they just don't see it.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, you're 6'6", like you're running a force, like you said the other day. Yeah. Like, bro, you got this. Like, just like change the mindset. Change the mindset. So,
and see, that's why it's so important to change the environment too, because that environment influences the mindset, and that's kind of what we seeing here. When you travel outside, you start to realize the power that you are in possession of, that a lot of people here and a lot of systems here don't want you to realize, and then you be stuck in your mind thinks that way, that you always got to prove something or that you don't have something to begin with. So absolutely, I feel what y'all saying. Okay.
You know what it's like, speaking since we got Jabril here. You know what it reminds me of? We've seen certain players. I'm gonna actually bring one up because people won't remember. Remember, obviously, with CJ, you can have a coach that somebody has break somebody's confidence to the point where everybody else on the team is looking at this dude like, bro, this is Calvin Johnson. This is DK Metcalf. Okay. This is, and you get the coach or you get somebody that has an influence on that player, and they can really have the player now looking at them. Well, we've all gone through that where it's you struggle with confidence maybe in this particular way or another, but like that, that's exactly what Black Americans are. It's like we've been convinced that we're so less than, while everybody else probably outside of America is looking like, yo, look at them. This is, matter of fact, this is what I think people got upset about when Kyrie tweeted that documentary when he got kicked out of the NBA for a little bit. Mm-hmm. There was a part in that documentary where Hitler was talking about allegedly Hitler was saying how Black people are so lost and how we don't even realize who we are. And in that video, they were making it seem like, whether people think it's true or not, that a lot of the people that ended up in America were descendants of the 12 tribes of Israel, like the true Israelites. And this is one of the things, because I kept watching that documentary. Well, I watched the documentary trying to figure out why people were so offended by Kyrie tweeting it. And those were really the only things that he mentioned that I could see were things that people would have an issue with and call anti-Semitic. So it's very interesting, bro. And this is the same energy that the leader Maduro of Venezuela had when he was talking about how these are not the people occupying Israel right now. Bibi Netanyahu is a Poland. He's Polish. He's a guy. Is
that the Black guy that's arguing with everybody right now, trending on Instagram?
Who?
There's a Black guy. I believe he's an Israelite. It seems like he speaks on behalf of the Israelites.
He got like I know Brother Nathaniel, I believe.
Light skin.
Oh no, that's a different one. Oh, I know who you're talking about. That's the one that was going back and forth with Saint.
Yeah, like he argues with Jewish people at a table all the time.
Yeah, I don't. He's a little bit harder for me to watch than some of the other folks. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't know. They push a similar narrative. Okay. Whether or not I agree. Yeah. They push a similar narrative. Yeah.
Gotcha. I've heard him. He's the only person I've ever heard bring up the angles from his perspective of the things that you're saying. He brings up that stuff like y'all not even the original thing. And
that's just a fact. That's just a fact.
Yeah. And then even the clip where I've never heard anybody other than you, but I'm ignorant to the spat, but he was saying, he was like, y'all Jews, dog, the Palestinians let y'all in, and then y'all broke the deal or the treaty, because y'all white folks always break the treaties, and then y'all end up doing what y'all. Yeah, that's what he said.
Oh, that's what like, you were saying.
He said y'all broke the treaty, and he was like, but y'all white folks always break the treaty. And then he said, he was like, y'all did them fucked up. Y'all don't even belong there. If we ran the DNA, y'all don't even come from that area. Y'all been lying. And then, but he's talking to somebody who's Jewish, and the Jewish guy's like, well, if you tested my DNA, I think I'll send you the clip. But he be kind of calling that shit out. And he be arguing with Jewish people.
I mean, the fact that, like, I'm not arguing about that.
But see, this is what makes me concerned. And makes me wonder, is there a light at the end of the tunnel? If people ain't stopping that fucking lie, then what y'all gonna stop? We might as well just fuck it. Let everything slide then, because y'all not stopping shit. It makes it so difficult. And the next question would be, what makes you choose when you going, like, how can this just be a scam? And it's just getting off, and niggas is telling me like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I don't know. It's just so confusing. If it's a lie, then why is it not being addressed?
Who's going to address it?
Damn, that's always gonna be it then.
Who has the courage to address it? People got to go to work Monday.
Ooh, okay, Jabril taking us there this morning.
Hold up. Whoop.
Jabril taking us this morning.
That's why Jesus' picture was turned into a white man by European culture. King James Bible. Putin released portraits of Jesus being black and the world went crazy. That would allow blacks to see themselves as more, and that would break mental chains held over us.
So, bro, want to go there this morning. Matter of fact, Dak, can you pull up a couple pictures of what he released? Because I've never seen it.
Let me see what Putin released.
Yeah.
I was about to play the clip. Joe Rogan was talking about the land that was taken from the Palestinians. And not only, dig this, not only did they have to, there was some ruling, and I got to get the exact research on it. That's why I wasn't going to play this clip, but we'll research it together. Where Joe Rogan was reading that not only did they have their land stolen, but they had to pay taxes on the land that, like their property that was stolen. Like they had to pay the fees of the people who were stealing their homes or something like that. Some Haiti,
like some Haiti shit.
Yeah, some Haiti shit.
Some Haiti shit.
Well, let's look up these pictures real quick. So it says Putin, black. Let me look up Putin, Black Jesus,
like the Black Messiah.
Man.
So they snatched the land, made them pay the taxes on the land. That's the reparations that the Haitians had to pay to the French. Extortion is a crazy play, bro.
Hold on, I gotta look at. Hold on, let me chat GPT it because I'm looking at a bunch of these real quick. But what I want to do is go on ChatGPT real quick. Putin release photos.
Look like he got an
real image of Jesus.
Oh, he got dreads on him.
Yeah, he had that wool. He had them plaits. What is it they call them? Wicks. He had them wicks.
Who used to call that shit wicks back in the day?
Had them wicks.
Yeah, Brell going there for us. Shout out to Brell tapping in.
So it's saying that in 2023, he gave copies of a historic Orthodox icon known as the Savior, not made by hands, to Russian troops. And they're saying that the clip was misused. That clip was misused in online claims about Jesus. Russian media sometimes shows Putin at church services or with religious imagery, especially during Christmas or events. So ChatGPT's
they're not letting
it ain't true, but I don't know.
Is that one of the pictures?
It's hard. We're gonna have to do. We'll do some digging. We'll talk to Brell in the background.
Okay,
we'll do some digging and update y'all.
But tell me this, Glade. Do you think that white people would love Jesus as much as they did if he was black?
No.
Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and get into the ICE video for sure.
No. If that's the case, they wouldn't have changed. Hold on, but you want me to play the Rogan clip that we were talking about? Or you want me to it don't matter to me. Let's play this.
Israeli Magistrate Court of Jerusalem ruled to evict 12 of the 24 Palestinian families in Sheikh Jarrah and to give their homes to Israeli Jewish settlers. The court also ruled that each family must pay 70,000 shekels, $20,000 in fees to cover the settlers' legal expenses.
Wow, so not only do they have to cover the settlers' legal expenses, but they also have to, in some cases in Silwan, pay to demolish their own homes.
Well, it seems like they're saying they have to pay for the legal expenses that these guys had to sort of fight them to take their homes.
Yes.
So not only do they get to give up their homes, but they have to pay for the legal expenses of the people that are stealing their homes.
Yo. Glad.
This shit crazy.
Yo, I'll be honest, bro. And a lot of people.
Here we go with this shit. Right here we go.
Because I'm trying to figure all this out, and we got to be careful not to get caught up in allowing
these fake.
Radical people. Go ahead, Glenn. You elaborate on it.
No, go ahead. Let me hear you.
You want to know why? Because I'm thinking about how, the Nation of Islam, Elijah Muhammad, even Malcolm X's early teachings, where they really believed that white people were the devil. Really believed that. And it's almost as if, think about how we try to paint Muslims in a light right now. Like they're all terrorists, right? Like they're all terrorists. If we're looking at what has happened in this world, bro.
Oh, okay. I know where you're going.
Yeah, I'm just if we're looking at really what's happening in this world, you know how we say bad cops got to call out the good cops?
Yeah.
White folk, bro. Like there's a lot that black people, and there's a lot of white people that clap for you and I when we're willing to call out black people, right? They're like, look at these niggas. They're willing to call out. Look at them there. Let's celebrate them. There's a lot of them. But who's willing to call out this demonic culture that has been created by European colonization? White people. We got to call this stuff out, because if we don't call it out, it ends up creating these type of, it makes it easier to sell narratives based on this group, based on identity, judging an entire group of people by the radical acts of, I would say, a few, but when it becomes the dominant culture, that's when everybody's allowed to call it out as well. Or I don't know, allowed or not allowed. But there has to be something done, because white people run the world. Let's just be real.
I couldn't wait for this one to pop through.
Huh?
I couldn't wait for this shit to pop through.
No, I'm being real. White people run the world.
No. I'm not disagreeing with that. I couldn't wait.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I couldn't wait for the lack of accountability to start. I was looking forward to who was going to raise their hand first and say it ain't my group of people.
How many races of people are white? I don't even know what that means. I'm talking about European if you come from a European colonizer, that's what I'm talking about. European nations that have colonized. So America would be one. There's plenty of others. The fact that we play these games and act like we don't know exactly what I'm talking about, that's kind of part of the problem. That's kind of, it's like us hearing about black crime in Chicago and saying, how many of these people are actually black? Like,
they don't mind.
Nobody minds throwing that out there.
Nobody minds that shit.
Crime? It's like us saying, well, how many of these people are Jamaican? How many are Haitian? What's considered really black? Like, it's like, why do we play these games?
Because that's what boomers fucking do.
Why do we play these games? How many races of people are white? Bro, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about.
They don't want to know.
And this is the same energy, Michelle, I got to call it out, of why when you started off the show saying the devil's not winning. We can't even look at reality, bro.
We can't even get into religion if we can't even address
an honest conversation about what's going on in the world. Y'all clap for us when we're willing to call out, black people got to figure out their shit. Y'all clap for us when we do that.
Y'all love it.
Then when the energy's pointed back at, it's Nat Turnerish. You allowed to talk to your niggas, but you ain't allowed to start calling out other stuff. Okay. All right. You better stay in your place, nigga. Okay. All right.
We gotta stay in our lane. We gotta stay in our lane.
We gotta stay in the lane, I guess. Yeah. All right. You gotta stay in the lane. All right. My fault. Let's move on to the ICE video if we may. Okay. If we may.
Let me Last night, a vigil was held for 37. Tensions are high after a woman is shot and killed by ICE agents in Minneapolis. Last night, a vigil was held for 37-year-old Renee Good. And while the community came together to honor the mother and poet, her death has divided a lot of people. Candace here has been following the developments for us in this case, and she joins us now with more. Good morning, Candace.
Good morning, Danita. So this morning, state and city leaders, they're calling for ICE to leave Minneapolis, and they're not asking nicely.
To ICE, get the fuck out of Minneapolis. We do not want you here. Your stated reason for being in this city is to create some kind of safety, and you are doing exactly the opposite.
Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey did not hold back following the shooting death of Renee Good. Good was shot and killed in her vehicle by an ICE agent in South Minneapolis. And this immediately led to a massive law enforcement presence at the scene and protest, which at times turned intense. Conflicting narratives of exactly what happened played out along party lines.
This appears as an attempt to kill or to cause bodily harm to agents, an act of domestic terrorism.
Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem says an ICE vehicle got stuck in the snow and was being blocked as ICE officers tried to push the vehicle out. Noem says agents told Good to get out of her vehicle. She refused and then tried to run an ICE agent over.
The ICE officer, fearing for his life and the other officers around him and the safety of the public, fired defensive shots.
City and state leaders.
That is complete bullshit. And Slim.
And we love you, Slim. And we love you, Slim.
Love you, Slim.
But we gonna call it out.
That's demonic energy, bro. That's not godly energy that you're exhibiting, bro. That's bullshit. A car is a weapon. See, this is the thing. All of these people, this is why I say, yo, America is not on no Christian principles, not on Jesus principles. Maybe Old Testament. That officer was clearly out of the way. Even if the first shot that the officer fired, the officer's going to try to claim, oh my God, I couldn't get out the way. The car was going to run me over. That's bullshit anyway. But he fired a couple more shots even after that. And the fact that we as humans look at this type of situation and the first comment that we go to make is that a car is a weapon, that just shows how demonic our minds are and that the devil is winning. There is like this is crazy. A police officer job. Look, if you want to get in law enforcement,
you can't be a bitch.
Your life,
you can't be a bitch.
Your life, then don't fucking become a cop.
That's it, bro.
Your job is to protect and serve, bro. So if your first mindset is, oh, I just got to make it home. This car is trying to run me over. Knock it off, bro. Will that work in getting the police officer or the ICE agent out of trouble? Perhaps, absolutely, I would say. I would lean towards absolutely. This cop is not going to get in trouble. From a legal standpoint, from a humane standpoint, this based on the Christian principles, or I can't even say the Christian principles, because if this guy has turned his life over to Jesus, then I guess he could still get into heaven.
That's the way. That's the way.
Oh, my bad. I'm glad that you. Yeah, this is if this isn't something that would warrant not going to hell, then I don't know what else is.
It's justified.
This could have been avoided, but instead we'll justify it with the car as a weapon. And this is exactly what BK was talking about. We look at these situations not from human perspectives. We look at this from a perspective, oh, I'm a Democrat. Oh, I'm a Republican. Oh, I'm with Trump. Oh, therefore, because I'm with Trump, I need to rationalize what's going on with ICE and rationalize everything that they do. Bro, the devil is winning. The first thing that you comment is a car is a weapon, bro.
Come on, Big Slim.
Slim, that's not the energy that we'll ever be on here. That's not what we're on here.
Come on,
and that
Slim.
is, bro, this is demonic, bro.
We got to change that, Slim.
And it's okay to just say, Slim, you know what? I hear you. Like your response doesn't have to be in a defensive one. This is demonic, bro. It is fucking demonic to sit here and see this situation and to respond and say a car is a weapon. Let's keep it moving.
Contradict that perspective.
Apparently, from the federal government, from the Homeland Security Director herself, has already determined.
Then, Michelle, you may go to hell. I'm glad you're aware. I'm glad you're aware.
Yeah.
She had no fucking business driving her vehicle into anyone. Yo,
But Glade, this is you want me to go where they go.
Yo.
You want me to believe in what they believe in. And listen, a life was lost. Somebody who has children, who has a family, a life was lost. But religion goes out the window when it's like, oh, but it was a justified killing.
And this is the energy, Tony Gucci. Tony, put your real name if you're not a pussy. Put your real name on it. Put your real name on it. Put your face on your profile, pussy.
Yeah, that's it. We call it shit out.
You want to call people in the chat pussies? Put your name and face on it.
Yeah, get out. Yeah,
thinking that you're a tough guy.
Yeah, If you in this chat and you think that killing was justified, you go ahead and exit the chat. We standing on shit.
Bro, y'all take this demonic energy elsewhere.
Yeah, we ain't off none of that.
Take
Fuck
this
out of here.
demonic energy elsewhere, bro. Y'all are fake bullies. This is the cowardly stuff that I'm talking about, because these are the same people that claim that they're religious. The cowardly stuff. Y'all only talk shit when you're the bully, when you're in power.
Yeah.
When you're in power, bro. That's not what this is not what humanity is supposed to be. It doesn't matter what that woman, that man's life was not in danger, bro. Knock it off. And we'll watch a couple videos. Michelle, peace. Like we're good. We're good. You tap into us every day.
Yeah. That's how this chat.
Clear. We don't need to move our narrative based on you.
Yeah, get out.
This is demonic, and anybody else who is pushing for this type of energy, you can stay. We'd love for you to stay, but if you'd rather go, you can feel free to leave. This is the energy that fucks up this world.
Yeah,
this is insane, bro. Let's look at a couple of these videos.
But Glay, this is what we go. But this is what they told us to do, right? Call out when we see somebody, when we see these believers stepping on our God, stepping on our principles, not being Christian light. Well, we'll call them out. So that's what we're doing. Go ahead and get out. We don't want this type of energy. Nobody should be dying in 2025 because of what they believe in. That's fake Christian energy. You're not fake going Christians. To the faith. You're a fake Christian. That's it. That's what we standing on. This is calling out the shit that make y'all feel uncomfortable. So go take that fake Christian beliefs somewhere else. That woman was one of our sisters who was there to stand and believe whatever she believed in. And it's clear as day, a woman who is behind a vehicle, you're running to her car with a mask on. Both of y'all got guns on y'all hips, pussy. Y'all go to the door, try to open the shit. She's clearly trying to run away from y'all, and y'all thought that's a justified way to end her life. Police force is a place where clearly cowards can hide, because I know real cops that would have diffused that situation or been an athletic individual and jumped out the way of the fucking vehicle and saved her to have another day. She can see her judgment day wasn't him. He ain't God. They could have handled that in the court of law if there was an issue, but he felt like he was God, right? He must be a Christian too, because he thinks he can just handle things in his own hand. That was cowardly. That was childish. We should be protecting our women. These people should be allowed to voice their opinion, freedom of assembly, freedom of speech, all these freedoms y'all claim, but then y'all always cool with this type of shit happening. Because you're on the other side of the gun. This is not okay for anybody. But to see this man take 3 shots because of a car in ice, nigga, get out the way.
Yo, ridiculous. Probably the worst thing that the generation before us contributed to was a lack of understanding politics. A lack of still thinking that it's Democrats versus Republicans, still thinking that it's liberals versus, this is my team, the Democrats. Oh, this is my team, the conservatives. That's probably the worst thing that the generation before us did, because all it does is have us looking at these situations and formulating an opinion on them based on what our politics are. That's all this is, bro. That's all this is, bro. You think Jesus would, what would Jesus do?
Exactly.
What would Jesus do? Jesus would have shot the lady?
But I
thought we were a country founded on Christ-like principles.
Nah, but here you go, Dak. You know where you go. I know where you're going next with this shit. Why don't the believers hop in the comments and let us know how y'all feel instead of fucking being quiet right now and not saying shit and making us do it?
Believers.
Let us know
with y'all Christian principles.
Let us know when you hear.
Where are y'all speaking up for Jesus, bro? Stop just putting up Jesus as a. It's like you're a fan of Jesus and you put a picture of him in your room and you're thinking that you're living like Jesus. What would Jesus have done in this situation? What would Jesus say about this situation? And why isn't anybody else in the chat who claims to be a Christian, why aren't they saying anything? Why is Michelle, and exactly what we're seeing in the chat is exactly what happens in real life. Now, Dutch has called it out. Dutch definitely called it out, but there's a lot of others that I know.
Yeah.
And that's who we're talking to.
Yes, because I see the people that's stepping in there. Dutch, I see you. I definitely see you. AMJ, I see you. There's a couple cats in there popping, but there's a couple people that's extra vocal about what their beliefs are, but I'm always seeing crickets in the comments, got us doing the work for y'all.
And this is the danger of religion. And people will say, oh, well, some people just use it to do bad. The people that use it to do bad always have more courage than the people that claim to use it for the good. Why aren't your voices louder, bro? Why aren't your voices louder and calling this stuff out? People just stand back because people ain't really living it. People don't really believe in Jesus's principles. People don't believe in Jesus's principles, bro.
That girl died for a bunch of people that would never die for her. Re-up.
This is crazy, bro. This is crazy.
Yeah, so I heard there was allegedly other angles. This is the only angle I've seen, Glay. Have you seen another angle?
Oh, yeah, there's another one. Hold on. Let's watch this whole video.
Oh, shit, nigga, I forgot. I got so heated. Glay, I got so heated. I didn't even know we ain't watched the clip yet.
Nah, I got a few different videos.
This guy, the cold-blooded murderer, who's no doubt going to claim that he was afraid that his life was in danger or whatever. For someone who's going to no doubt claim that, he sure doesn't seem to be in any hurry to move out of the way. See, here you can see that instead of moving out of the way, he actually decides to draw his weapon and actually plant himself more firmly. In fact, he's leaning over the hood of the car right now.
Come on, man.
If you got the ability to pull out your gun, you got the ability to sidestep. And let's be clear. Hold on. For all the people that are saying that she tried to run him over,
look when he pulls that gun out.
How come her tire's turning away from him?
The hood of the car right now on purpose. If you go,
the gun is already out.
His feet are actually beside the vehicle at this point. And there is the first time he pulls the trigger. When again, both of his feet show that he has fully cleared the front of that vehicle. And
so let's be clear.
Glay, run that shit.
She's no longer, the cop is no longer a threat to get run over. Can we establish that?
Yep. Drop two more. Two more.
The next two shots happen here and then here. Both of which where he's very clearly having to aim through the driver's side window and actually appears to be running after the vehicle to catch up to it. This, by the way, after very clearly signaling to the ICE officers to pass by her on that street, which she was very clearly not blocking nor obstructing, because moments earlier when she first started to pull out, another vehicle started pulling out similarly and crossed in front of her. So she was telling the next one to go on ahead, not posing a threat, not obstructing nor impeding anything.
Y'all out here defending white women being killed, bro. It's over for America.
I know the devil winning now.
It's over. It's over, bro.
Yo, Glay, I didn't know that was the reason that she was there. She was telling the cars to go, so she didn't pull out in front of them. This goofy motherfucker stood in front, jumped out the way, shot two more, which are the ones that killed her, and y'all in the comments, when y'all weren't even there, y'all can tell me Jesus walked on water and ain't seen that shit, but you're going to ignore what you do see? The devil is a lie. Y'all got it.
This is exactly what it is. Motown Mojo put it correctly. He murdered her because he was emotional. She turned right, not left. It's clear.
Yeah.
And this is the thing. People know. But people will go to whatever lengths to justify their. You can't call out ICE because I'm a Trumper. You can't call. It's like, what? Bro, Trump is your God, not Jesus. Let's be very clear on that. Trump is your God, not Jesus. If you're okay with this, Trump is more likely your God than Jesus, bro. There's no way that you look at this type of situation and say, you know what? That cop could have handled this differently. That cop did not need to shoot that woman. The car is a weapon.
Come on, man. That's unacceptable. Y'all know better than that. But
yo, and Michelle, you still don't think that the devil's winning? You over here rationalizing what we just saw on camera, and you don't think that the devil's winning.
Damn.
And then this is the thing. Was the lady wrong? Absolutely, the lady was wrong. Abso-fucking-lutely, the lady was wrong. Have you ever been wrong in your life?
You should.
Absolutely, the lady was wrong. But you know what a police officer's job is to do? Protect and serve. And if that's not your energy, bro, then why are you even being a fucking cop in the first place, bro? Your energy, see, and I know a lot of these police officers, bro, and their energy is more so, I just got to make it home. You shouldn't be a cop.
That's unacceptable, bro.
You shouldn't be a cop. Stop trying to be a cop because it pays you more than the other job that you had. If you don't have a godly mindset, you shouldn't be a cop. You shouldn't have a gun. You're not responsible enough.
Look at this cornball. I unsubscribed over this rant too. She was a terrorist.
Bro, I've never seen you like cool. Like I don't think y'all realize we're not as pussy as y'all to think that, like, I don't even know how else to describe it. And I'm sorry my rhetoric has been what it is because I'm sick of this, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sick of this. Here. See, I don't care what you think. Like I'll take into account your perspective, but I don't care to change my perspective based on how people are going to feel about me. That's never how I've been. That's not how I'm going to conduct myself here. I don't. So you saying that you unsubscribed, bro, I don't care.
What?
You've never left a super chat, so I guess you thought, I'm unsubscribing.
You thought that was power?
Like it would be one thing if you were giving super chats, you know, and then you said I'm leaving. Then I guess you would think that would make like BK and I second guess that maybe. It wouldn't.
Right.
It wouldn't. But come on, bro. These people are crazy, bro. That's like saying I'm unsubscribing to Fox News. Okay, yeah, they really care.
This is crazy, bro. Like that, but Dak, this goes to show you. This goes to show you we're fighting for another woman to not be killed looking at the barrel of a gun. And we got people in our comments arguing that she deserved it.
Yeah. And this is so funny about these goofies. My Kendra Dietz, so funny about you. It probably licks George Floyd's boots. What's so funny about this is they think that we are them. They think that, because somebody's on this side of this situation, because I look at this situation and I'm calling out the cop, then I probably have issues with I probably did the same thing with Derek Chauvin. Derek Chauvin got too much time. And if you understood that I'm not you, that I don't just go along with whatever side, I don't have any sides with this. I look at a situation, look at a scenario, look at as much information and facts as I can around it, and I formulate an opinion. Derek Chauvin got too much time. George Floyd, I don't believe, died just because a knee was on his upper back. I don't believe that. I believe that George Floyd died because he had an overdose. And when the cops ran up to him, he put a whole bunch of fentanyl in his mouth because he was in the car with his drug dealer, which he was buying fentanyl from. When the cops came, he tried to digest a whole bunch of it. There were pills on the ground or in the car. If you look at the information around this, was Derek Chauvin an asshole? Absolutely. Was he a dumbass? Absolutely. But we also have to take into account the fact that George Floyd ingested enough fentanyl that I believe would kill like a horse. If you look at the information and what the coroner reported. So people think that you have to align yourself with just, okay, so if you're on this side, okay, you got to feel this way about Israel, Palestine. You got to feel this way about George Floyd. You got to feel this way about COVID. You got to feel this way about, no, I don't move like that, bro. Men don't do that. That's what fans do, stans do. Yo, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy, bro. This is crazy, bro.
McKendra, we're not triggered by you. You become a part of the show. We target
you're an example.
We utilize your responses as a great way to show our community how we will call you out and gladly push you out the door and call out how weak of an individual you are. Okay. So don't take it. We don't need your super chat. You're watching us. We don't need you are subscribed to us. We don't care about nothing you talk about. You hold no power. You're not willing to stand for your beliefs. You don't devote anything to your community. If anything, I think you've worshiped the devil yourself. So we prefer you not to be in the community to begin with. If you have these demonic point of views and you're hiding in the chat and you say something, because the best thing you can do is shut your ass up. You say something in these comments and they come off demonic, we calling you out, and our goal is to get you the hell out.
Facts.
That's what we doing. We not doing this shit for those fucking subscribers. Fuck out of here. We're creating a community that leads with treating others with kindness and respect. If you got anything else to say and you confident enough to put that shit in the chat, we gonna confidently embarrass the fuck out of you.
Hold on, and let's address Michelle since you're still here, and we appreciate it. Because we don't agree, we call you names, bro. Calling somebody demonic, that's name calling. So let me ask you: when we come on and we evaluate a situation, what should we say?
I don't know if we can
say that's demonic energy that you're pushing, bro. Demonic energy, and you know it. Because if it wasn't, if what we said wasn't true, you probably would have actually left. You know deep down that the energy that you're pushing based on that video and that lady dying is demonic. It's demonic. It's not Christ-like. Y'all pick and choose when y'all want to stand on Christ-like principles based on the scenario. That's not what we do here. That is demonic. We started off the show talking about the devil's winning. You were the first one that came out saying the devil's not winning. The devil's not winning. You're saying that this is justified. And then, this is why, but they'll say we're framing it. We're not framing it the right way.
Nah, we fighting the devil.
The law, the law is the law for you. The law is the law for you. And this is what you don't realize. The law is never the law. Because the law wasn't the law when Donald Trump decided to go in there and go get Maduro. Was that the law being the law? No, that's the person with the biggest guns and the power doing whatever they want to do. The law is the law. Now we're standing. The law is the law.
Now move from religion, Dak. Now let's go to the law.
It's not about religion.
Now it's not about religion.
Yeah, the law was also that black people should be enslaved, Michelle. I'm assuming that if you were living during that time, I guess you would run around saying that the law is the law then too.
Yeah, get your ass about it. I'm calling all shit out. She shouldn't have been murdered.
Michelle, was the law then?
Yeah, you're right. Then she gonna say, "Well, that was wrong." She gonna cherry pick.
How about when you, as a woman, when you were treated less than, when you didn't have the right to vote, when we probably wouldn't even allowed you in this damn chat? Was the law then?
Right. It was murder. That's what it was, and you know it. But you are a cowardly Christian who doesn't believe in humanity.
And Vons, just listen, bro. I see you commenting in the chat. Just listen, bro. Like, it's okay to not come in and just jump into the comments immediately. Process what's going on. Listen. You'll catch up.
Who Vons from? I'm gonna pray for you, Vons.
Yeah, pray, Vons. Pray for this lady.
Pray for that, Vons. Go pray for her, Vons.
And pray for Michelle as well in the meantime.
Yeah, we calling all cowardly Christians. So, but let's keep going, Glenn.
Yo, this is what McKendra. This is the difference. Hold on. I want to highlight the difference between sheep and people, and I don't even know what the other wolves and sheep. This is the difference between sheep and leaders and people that don't care. We don't, bro. If I'm not a politician, bro, I don't need to sell myself to y'all. I don't need to sell myself to y'all. Never been that, never will be that. So if we lose a lot of people, that's life, bro. See, you have that same type of mindset where it's like, I'll do anything for money, because you'll probably use that same logic when it comes to your job. Oh, if I lose money, then therefore I can't do what's righteous because I'll lose money. If we lose people today, so what? So what? I don't go throughout life saying, oh, how can I gain more friends? How can I just gain more subscribers? What can I say? Hey, BK, maybe we should agree with Israel, and maybe maybe we'll gain more followers, or maybe we should do this. We don't operate like that, bro. That's the devil. You're being led by the devil, not led by principles. If we lose people today, like, who even thinks like that? Who even thinks like that? What type of cow? Bro, I'm a man, bro. I don't think like that. You're going to lose out on people. Okay, that's life. That's life. And it's funny how you're saying we're going to lose out on people, but you're still here. You're still commenting. So who are we really going to lose out on?
Period. Kendra, you still here? She said, look what she said, that in people who says a woman who deserved to get what she got. If you don't get your fake ass about this motherfucking chat. Yo, if you don't get your lame ass up out this chat, bro, get out of here. We don't want none of that energy. This ain't to say go to the church with that. Not here, not this chat. We bring in positivity. We stand with humanity. We focus on what's positive. If anybody else got this energy, go ahead and announce it on your way out. And Von's, look, man, Von's, I'm already not even a big fan of him. So I'm gonna bite my tongue on Von's, but that's your man. Right?
That's your man. He get a pass because that's your man.
That's your man's. I'm gonna let your man's get a pass, but Von's.
Yo, listen to what. Hold on. I wanted to play this other clip because there was a few other angles of this. I thought I had the videos. Maybe I didn't save them, or maybe we don't need to see a few other angles. It's just wild, man.
We got some good people in the chat. BW 2020. He drew his gun before she went forward. Absolutely. He had the opportunity to step out the way, and the car wasn't even in his direction, really. Yeah.
I want to take a look at this video. I think I didn't even see this as something that aligns with this whole conversation that we're having right now. But Burkina Faso President Ibrahim Traoré, he made these comments saying that the West lacks human morals. Today they label you a terrorist. Tomorrow they make you a hero. We must eliminate mental colonialism. The West lacks human morals, bro. I think this is what we need to really understand what America is. America has and always been the bully. I'm not even going to say America is and was founded on this. With the exception, people could bring in the Civil War and whatever. That's internal. So, yeah, when it comes to America, this has always been the culture of America. This has always been the colonizing culture. This is a colonizing sickness. This is a mental sickness. When you see a video like that and your first response is to justify the shooting and killing of a lady, like that's a sickness. That's a sickness. That means that isn't the best example that we have that the devil is winning. And then when you have people who will not call it out, and I think that, and I shouldn't say there's people that or will not call it out, because I think the chat did they upped the ante when we did call it out. So so we got to give it that. But I want to just highlight the importance. This is why it's important for us to call this stuff out. Because you see how the voices are much louder, the people that are willing to jump out there and say, nah, man, that car's a weapon, or nah, man, she deserved it. She got what was coming to her. Those voices are very loud. And let's not forget what Jesus was killed for his voice, the most powerful weapon that he had, for changing the way people thought, for changing the way people see things, for seeing stuff like this and speaking out against it. That's what he was killed for changing from eliminating the brainwashing that was going on during those times with that organized religion, whether it was Roman Catholic, whether it was the Romans, whatever they were worshiping, the Jews, whatever. This is what Jesus was standing up against. Perhaps we should remind ourselves of that. But I mean, I don't even need to get into the video of the president, but I just wanted to highlight that as far as we just lack human morals. That's what it comes down to.
Because they were raised by fucking animals themselves, Glay.
Say it again.
They were raised by animals. When they speak like this and talk like this, their fathers are cowards.
Yeah.
Their mothers are not a good examples of they didn't have leadership. They don't know what this is. This is why these people can speak the way that they speak. They were raised by the devil in their home. They just think they can go ahead and grab a get out of jail free card at a church and go to the heaven's gate, bro. You sound demonic. And there's no accident about it.
Yeah. Michelle, let me speak to you like very clearly. There's nothing wrong with processing what we're saying and formulating a different opinion on this. There's nothing wrong with addressing how your biases may play into shaping your perspective on this situation. There's nothing wrong with going back and saying, you know what? Like that's fucked up. That cop's life was not at risk. That cop did not have to shoot and then continue shooting that lady.
3 shots.
Somebody that was an armed person escaping or had a hostage or anything. This was not that, bro.
Come on, man.
And there's nothing wrong. Like, I was on the phone. I was on the phone the other day with somebody, and they asked me. They said, "Did you get fooled by Trump?" And I said, "Absolutely." And I think that they were expecting me to say that I didn't, because that's what most people try to do. They try to defend their stance. Bro, when you're confident and when you're just a decent person, forget confident. You don't care about acknowledging when you're wrong. You don't care about acknowledging, oh, damn, my bias played into this. I looked at this completely wrong. I missed this. I was wrong, and I'm willing to say it. No problem. Absolutely no problem. But that's not the world that we live in. People just try to defend their stance by any means. People associate themselves with people, with political parties, and they just can't get out of the way of seeing things from that perspective. They just can't. They can't figure out a way to look at it any other way than Donald Trump's the worst. And Barack Obama good. Donald Trump, they can't get out of that mindset, bro. They just can't get out of it.
Bro,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
They know, Glade.
They do know.
They know.
It's a decision. It's a decision.
Yeah. Michelle, this is a decision you're choosing to say. You saw the clip Dak just played the same way everybody else in this clip saw it. The tires were pointed to the right. He had his gun drawn before she was in park. That cop came to that door to unlatch it. He said, "Get the fuck out the car." His gun was already drawn because they were trying to intimidate her to not drive the vehicle. And when he came to the car aggressively and tried to open the door. That gun was drawn. And when she said, "Oh, hell no, I'm getting up out of here," he took 3 shots. The only way he could have got off with the dumb shit y'all saying, who clearly y'all don't have a fucking high school degree, because you can't analyze fucking basic facts. The only off he would have got, if his dumbass had stayed in front of the car and got his ass hit or ran over, then y'all could make this dumbass argument y'all making. So we ain't got to go back and forth. If you think that shit was straight, keep it pushing. So that's the energy we on. We standing on it. You're a clown to me. And let's keep signing. What next topic we got, Glay? That's what we're gonna cook up.
I wanna hold on.
We're gonna cook up the crowd and we're gonna keep it moving.
I just want to show this response. Is this? Hold on. Can you see the tab?
Yeah.
Hold on. No. You can see it, but they can't see it.
Oh, okay.
I want to highlight something. So this is Boyce Watkins. You ever heard of Boyce Watkins?
Mm-mm.
So he's pretty influential, or used to be influential. He's one of these like black first everything conservative guy. He's actually the guy a while back when I first got introduced to him. Dame Dash did that famous interview with the Breakfast Club, the first one. And then they brought him on afterwards to try to downplay what Dame was talking about. But he actually ended up supporting what Dame was talking about, and they ended up working together. Now, they don't work together anymore. I think for a bunch of different reasons, but this guy who Elon Musk always retweets is like Elon Musk, little homie. he was pretty much just saying a bunch of stuff to rationalize the person being shot. And Boyce Watkins wrote this. You did a good job and were honest about the situation. The liberal and conservative cults are built on irrational behavior. As a black man, I never believed I never believed I could confront officers and then hit one with my car and not get shot. This was an example of white female privilege. Now, this is what happens. People get so beat and frustrated with perhaps how they're seeing themselves being treated or their people being treated that they end up having super insensitive comments that are not aligned with the religion or the principles that they supposedly live by. Now he's sitting here saying that I could see, and the reason why I'm playing is because, like, as a black man, like, oh, we get shot if we run over, if we point our car in the direction of a cop. That may be true, but that doesn't make it right. Like, that doesn't make it right. Like it's everybody's trying to make like have an angle on this that proves something else that they stand on in another aspect of life. I hope what I'm saying is coming across the right way.
Yeah, Glade, this is the comment for me. This is why I'm glad she up out of here. Look at it.
Hold up. Don't worry. We're gonna
yeah. This is why we want, but we need to display this.
Yeah, because I was about to block him, but I'm gonna leave him.
No, you can block him, but we want the chat to see this is what demonic behavior. These are the devil worshipers. Any others? Feel free to speak up now. Go ahead and put her little ass in timeout so she can think about her thoughts and what she said today in class.
How much time we giving her?
Huh? What are my options? What are my options, Glay?
Hold on, let me go check.
She didn't have a good, strong father in the household, so I'm gonna show her what one looks like, or a husband, or whatever.
Gotta discipline people. Put user in timeout. They got 10 seconds, 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 24 hours.
That comment.
Matter of fact, that's a 24 hour.
24 hours.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Glade, we'll see you tomorrow. Take your ass up out of here.
We'll see you tomorrow, man. We'll see you tomorrow. That's demonic, bro. I bet you cry for the children of Gaza too, huh?
Yeah. You get 24 hours. Get your ass up out of here. Go to work. Anybody else?
Just like we talk about the culture of black people, this is the European culture, bro. I'm not saying, and I think people are intelligent enough to know that I'm not saying that all European descendants are this, but that's the dominant culture. Just like I'm pretty sure that when people talk about black on black crime and all the kids in Chicago and Meg Thee Stallion, when it comes to black people, I'm pretty sure that people who comment, they know that doesn't apply to all black people, but it is the dominant culture. No different than we talk about the whole chosen people when it comes to Jewish people, when it comes to their elitist mindset, their elitist attitude. It may not be every single Jewish person. We know that. We assume that. But it is the dominant culture. This isn't. Go ahead. My fault.
Who else? Vons, let me know what you giggling at, because you don't never have nothing to say when we with the Lord, but you always got to say something when we against the Lord. So let me know what you got to say too, because I ain't even really with your energy anyway. You really a clown to me. But what else we got? Let's keep rolling.
Let's what we got next? Hold on, let me go to my notes. We all off. We could keep bashing America. We can. All right, so this is an interesting one, actually. This is an interesting one. So this story was a CIA. So this is a former CIA counterterrorism expert. What's his name? Paul L. Williams. Let me share this. So speaking on RT's Watching the Hawks in 2017, Williams detailed how U.S. intelligence has historically engineered and managed terrorist groups in West Asia, from Al-Qaeda to Syrian rebels to ISIS. Fast forward to December 2025, when the U.S. dispatched missiles to northern Nigeria, devastating communities and injuring civilians, all it claimed to combat ISIS-linked terrorists. But how interested can the U.S. really be in fighting a terror threat? Its own leaders have admitted to funding. And what do all the nations where it claims to be combating this threat also happen to have in common? So take a look at this video.
Where are they?
Let me make sure it's on the screen. All right, y'all can see it. Take a look. Where are we at with it? Here we go.
You know it, and you know what's happening right now with that whole situation. It's we created ISIS. I mean, ISIS is no less than the people up in Islamberg, no less than Gulen, is a CIA creation. John McCain, for heaven's sake, was over there with the ISIS officials. We created them. They came from the Al-Nusra group, the Syrian Liberation Front. These two organizations combined, and they morphed into ISIS. It's our creation. We create them. We still direct them. When ISIS warriors are injured in battle, where are they transported? They're transported, for heaven's sake, to Israel. They're treated by the Israelis in Israeli hospitals and brought back to battle.
And I saw Abuhan, right? I wouldn't trust anything from RT News. I actually researched this one a little bit. I actually looked this one up. And that's true, bro. A lot of these terrorist organizations, quote unquote terrorist organizations, Israel was actually treating them. And this is the same thing that we hear with Hamas when we hear that Bibi Netanyahu in Israel, that they actually indirectly were funding Hamas. And it seems like we build up all of these organizations, we build up all these groups that will fight the enemy of our enemy. But then once they take over, then we can control them. It's like the whole regime change. It's like we'll put somebody new in, and then if they're not doing exactly as we say, then we'll attack and kill them and then bring in somebody else. It's across the board. All of this stuff, between America and Israel, bro. Yeah, man, it's hard to be a proud American, bro. It really is hard to be a proud American. Abuhan, send the link, bro. Definitely send the link. We'll check it out. ISIS commanders undercover Mossad. I mean, if you want me to play a video, no problem. Send the link over, bro. Send the link over. I got another one for you, though.
You said pull up. You see the video of so apparently the monks that we've been talking about all week for the past couple weeks or so that have been walking from doing their peace walk, right? I believe they're headed to DC. So apparently, in typical Christian fashion, guy decides to pull up with a sign. I like this. I think I sent it to you, Glay. I'm gonna resend it to you. Where is it best for it to go easy for you?
Text, probably easiest. Yeah,
text. Okay, let me text it. But as I'm speaking, so in typical Christian fashion, they get in an argument because the black Christian says that they're going to hell. So I just sent you the link, and I want to hear the chat's perspective on this. It's not a super long clip, but a Buddhist monk is walking peacefully in front of Bethany Church, and it goes down. It goes down from there. So let me know what y'all think. I thought this was a fucking fascinating display of what it looks like to be a Christian. And look, what's funny, you guys don't have to jump in the chat and tell me it's not all Christians, because guess what? I actually know that. I'm just calling out the ones that it isn't like that for. So you don't have to rush to the keyboard and tell me it's not all of you. Just calling one out. So I would hope that you would assist me in calling out this ridiculous behavior. But if not, you can be silent, because, in Christianity, you can be quiet and not say anything or stand on any business or let people violate what you believe in. So whichever one you choose to be today, you can be that. But I'm just calling out something that maybe I wish y'all might have called out. But needless to say, let's go ahead and play the clip.
Kidding me? The monks? Y'all goddamn church folk can't even leave the monks alone? They're having a walk for peace, and y'all just bothering them? Yo, y'all gotta see this video, because this video is egregious.
This look like some...
He's the only way. You don't have to use Jesus. You don't have Christ. It is. It's about Jesus. He's the only way. Is he the only way? Don't treat him all right. It is. Your soul is on the line.
I deal with Christians like this all the time. That passive aggressiveness, the condescending behavior, the mannerism that you have where you are trying to come off sincere and loving, but you're really a narcissistic asshole is that's what really infuriates me when having these type of discussions and conversations around the Christian faith, and even with Christian individuals, people who proclaim to be followers of Christ, but they're really in their ego. I mean, did you take a look at your sign before you walked out of your house? Hell awaits. Judgment is coming. Don't go to hell. Yeah, I don't think you really process what you're really spreading to the world.
Your soul is on the line. Your soul, when you do your chant, your little ritual, it's freeing you. And if your peace is not this Christ, you're supposed to be peace. And I love you enough to tell you that.
Nobody who truly loves somebody and who really is about peace would ever say something so ignorant to somebody of a Buddhist, somebody of a monk, to tell them that they have false peace. When you're out here spreading hate, you're out here being a bigot. These monks are out here walking for peace, and y'all are out here walking in hatred. Like, there are people out here who are doing way more in the world who do not hold the name of Christ than y'all niggas, and that's very alarming to me. Where were y'all when the SNAP benefits were out? When the woman was doing the baby formula, where were y'all niggas? When the little girl was getting humiliated in front of her church in Dallas, Texas, where were y'all? Where were y'all a voice? Where were y'all to be outspoken about this type of behavior? You wasn't outspoken because you're a part of the behavior, and this video is exhibit A or B.
Telling you, I love you. I wish you well and happiness. I want you to and I understand your message. I want you to walk. And we have our own journey. We have your own journey. So let us walk on each. Let us walk on each our own path. With an end. We always come together. Okay? Yes. Can you please let him walk?
Oh, and don't we just love when they weaponize scripture against other people? Meanwhile, Jesus told you that those who are not against us are for us. If their mission is to bring the kingdom of heaven on earth, and your mission as well, supposedly supposed to bring the same thing, why is there bickering? Y'all should be walking hand in hand, but you can't because your ego keeps telling you that Jesus is Lord, and Jesus never told you to proclaim him as Lord. That's your religion. For the Christians who will watch this video and be like, they're not true Christians, they don't really walk that walk. Why don't you call out this type of behavior then? The day I see y'all calling out this type of behavior in mass numbers, then I could change y'all. But hey, I guess I just got to keep doing God's dirty work. How do y'all feel about this? Let me know in the comments below. You got to be.
This some Von's energy. Vons, you look like the type of nigga to do this some shit. This the type of energy I get from you, Vons. So in the chat, let me know what y'all think. I thought that was ridiculous. But in Christian fashion, I expect no different. What you think, Clay? Because he took everything out of your mouth, so I don't. You might not have anything to say, to be honest with you.
I think looking at this video, it's clear where who I want to be with after I leave this physical earth. Take me where the monks at. I don't want to go where Buddy going. Anybody on that time, like I just don't want to go there. You know what I'm saying? If I have the option, if given the choice, if given the choice, yeah, I'm gonna go with the monks, man. I'm gonna go with the monks. I'm gonna go rock out with them wherever they're at.
Wild. Wild.
Yeah.
And he called and he said everything. He said everything to a T about condescending, narcissistic behavior,
passive aggressive energy.
Passive aggressive.
I'm gonna pray for you.
I'm gonna pray for you energy. The nigga who need the prayer, go pray. Like, you gonna give me $1 when you need the $1? You gonna give me the prayer when you need the prayer? Come on, man. But in typical fashion, bro. Now, I think what you should play, I'm gonna resend you that video to lighten the mood up in the house so the Christians don't feel like we picking on them. Okay. Because we love the Christians that we know stand for something. For y'all that ain't standing, we calling that shit out. So don't be no lukewarm Christian up over here. Because I'm going to call it out. I'm going to call it out. Anybody lukewarm over here, I'm going to call it the shit out. Anyway, let's play the clip of Glade,
Hold up. Michelle, I rock with the fact that you're still here. I rock with the fact that you're still here. Maybe that's just BK probably looking at BK giving me the look like, man, this soft dude.
Yeah, it is, nigga. But if that's how he feel, that's fine.
I rock with the fact that she's still here. Because I think that it shows an ability that a lot of people don't show, which is to stand and take what somebody's saying, that criticism that may come their way, and the ability to maybe think about it, still be there, not run, you know, not just say the wild stuff that the other one was showing. Nah, but hey, Michelle, I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm glad that you're still here. I am. I'm glad that Michelle's still here. I'm glad that she is. I'm glad that she is, man. She got potential, bro. You got potential. Now let me. I'm glad. Let me just leave it at that. Like, just send the other video. You playing around with the.
I already sent you the joint, man. I sent you the joint. But Glay, hold on, Glay. This is a great opportunity, Michelle. It seems like we didn't agree on the last situation. As a believer, how do you feel about this current video that I just played?
Yeah, because
I
ain't playing it until you cam up.
Oh, my shit died. The feds got me. Finn.
All right. I thought that was you.
Nah. When it goes blue, it's me. But when it says no signals, the joint.
Here we go. You want me to play it now? You want me to wait till you?
No, hold on, Glay. Hold on, Glay.
I got you. I'll hold up. I got you. I got you.
Let me cam up real quick. We standing on shit.
Look, and this is so Michelle wrote, think about everything y'all say, even the name calling. Is it name calling to call somebody demonic? If they're like you know what's so funny about it? I'm gonna ask you, Michelle, which should be thought about more? You telling us that we should think about everything that we say. Did you think about everything that you said? Because you're pushing demonic energy. We're just calling it out as demonic. So who should really be what should have deeper thought? What should have deeper thought?
Well, to respond for me, Glaive, for me to respond to what she's saying, this is why Christianity be fucking manipulated and get stepped on like this.
Yeah.
Because of what Michelle's behavior.
And Alex, you're 100% right. Michelle's aware of it, and everybody else is aware of it, that we were talking about the behavior and that type of perspective, and we were calling it demonic. And I'm glad that you said that.
Somebody spoke for us.
I should have clarified that even before. Like Michelle, let me be very clear. We're talking about your energy. We're talking about your perspective. It's demonic. It's demonic. When I don't know of another way to describe it. And we could have used a lot of other words that probably would have came across a lot more disrespectful. I think that was probably the most respectful way of categorizing the behavior that you are exhibiting while looking at somebody get shot in cold blood and trying to defend the fact that, his toe could have got ran over. When he was clearly out of the way. He fired 2 more shots when the car was clearly out of the way, and you still wouldn't call that out. That's demonic to me. That's never going to change. Now, do I think you're the devil? No. But do I think that you have demonic energy and that this demonic sickness that I'm talking about, this colonization sickness that a lot of us have in America and with a lot of the other nations that have been colonizing? Yes, absolutely. I think that it's a sickness that goes around. I think that you are one of the people that exhibit this demonic behavior, but then in the beginning of the show, you'll act like, oh no, the devil's not winning. You started off this show by saying the devil's not winning, but you're rationalizing why some lady was killed in cold blood by ICE agents that have absolutely nothing to do with her, and trying to rationalize it because, she tried to run somebody over, knowing damn well that she didn't try to run anybody over.
In typical Christian fashion.
So it's
But play this joint. This is hilarious.
Do I address it? Leave it? Just play the video?
Give me the first letter.
I'm looking at the comments.
I know, but give me the person with the first. I'm done addressing Michelle. Michelle knows better We're gonna raise the standard for Michelle. She set the bar super, super low. She had negative energy today. We called it out. Hopefully she attacks tomorrow better or changes her behavior today. That woman shouldn't have died in cold blood, and you're not going to justify it. Period. I don't care what scripture you got. So let's get into it.
Yeah, and real quick on the whole all land is stolen. I don't know the history of whatever. I know that I grew up in school learning that the Native Americans believe that the land belongs to everybody. If all land is stolen, and I guess I should ask, are you saying that to rationalize the behavior of European colonizers? Is that, I'm just trying to figure out exactly what that comment is for, and then maybe I'll elaborate on it a little bit more. Yeah. Because it's the reason why I'm saying that, it seems like when people say stuff like that, like all land is stolen. Okay, should I come to your house and steal your shit? Like, it's almost like people use that as a justification, or don't call out white people. All land is stolen. Well, all right, we can learn about that. I don't know of a doctrine of discovery or manifest destiny that has been used the way that Europeans have used it. And perhaps that's just because Europeans are better at it. We could say similar things about Jewish people and some of the things that they do that I don't agree with. Let me specifically on Israel. When it comes to Jewish people, it's the chosen people, that mindset specifically. But do we sit here and, you know what? Let's just get to the video. I'll wait for you to respond and then we'll go from there. Where's this video, Glay? All right.
Open up and show us your children! Why won't you let me in to see your children? I have a YouTube channel! If you thought the Somali daycare scandal was big, strap in. Apparently there's these things called churches.
Do you know that these buildings, they don't even pay taxes? Yeah,
okay.
Like where are the children?
Look at this. It's daytime. No people. This door is locked.
Where are all the kids?
This church has capacity for 1,200 people. Look how many people are here today.
Oh my God.
When is Sunday school going on?
Today's Friday, so Sunday school happens on Sunday.
I don't know about that.
It's Friday, so.
Oh, apparently no one goes.
Hold up, Glay. It's just too good. This is a coloner's mindset. Hold on. I'm sorry. I got him, Glay. And I'm not ripping. The Louisiana Purchase wasn't stolen. It's bought from the French. Who did the French take it from? Who did the French buy it from? Like, sorry, Glay. Let me get to the video. My bad.
Goes to school on Friday.
Basically empty, no children. And then they threw us out when we asked where they're keeping all of their gambling proceeds.
Have you ever seen a Sunday school come out of that church?
Have I?
Yeah.
No.
Yep, exactly.
I'm making bagels.
And how long have you been making bagels?
Hot bagels?
How long have you?
For a couple of years.
Exactly. Yeah.
Have you ever been in that church?
I have not been in that church.
Has anyone?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Exactly. Thank you. You're a true patriot.
What's this?
Archbishop John J. Hughes, immigrant.
It is Friday at 1:45 p.m. and no one is at this door.
Have you ever seen any children coming out of this Sunday school?
No.
Yep. Thank you. Exactly. The bus driver has never seen a Sunday school at this church. So you've done extensive research on the church fraud.
I talked to my friend who works in the government, and he gave me these numbers that I didn't want to believe at first.
And this came from your contacts at City Hall.
Yeah, and the day after he gave this to me, he died.
Open up and show us your children!
Yeah, so Glay, you declaring war on the churches? Not Christianity, but war on the churches.
Explain what you mean by that.
As far as calling out a lot of these churches, in my opinion, churches are some of they may be some of the biggest scams outside of like the government and politicians and stuff like that. These churches are some of the biggest scams I've ever seen. ever seen. They got all this real estate. You remember what happened when Hurricane Katrina was going on and all those Houston residents didn't have anywhere to go, and Joel Osteen, they had the old Houston Rockets arena and they wouldn't let anybody in, and people started calling them out. Like, churches don't do enough to get the benefits that, like, the value that they give to the community is not what they receive in return. Who are you housing throughout the day? Like, this reminds me of like a lot of the stuff that Tupac used to talk about. With all like, who are you housing in that church? Who are you teaching? Why is your church empty except 2 hours on Sundays?
2 hours.
And your church is empty. You got heat on in the church, right? Bring some people over there. Do what Jesus would do, because I doubt Jesus would have an inch of that church that's not being used for the betterment of society and humanity. But instead, what do most of these churches look like throughout the week, throughout the entire day? Do they got breakfast programs? Do they have soup kitchens? Are they feeding the homeless? Are they just bringing people together to lead them to a more positive place? I think church is just the concept of church. It's entirely corrupt. And I've talked to different pastors and preachers about when they go to, I forget what the school's called, seminary school, I believe it's called. I may be wrong, but all they learn about is business, how to raise money. And perhaps this is why so many of them have such limited knowledge when it comes to the Bible and limited perspective when it comes to religion, in my opinion. But yeah, that's just the world that we live in.
Yeah, I find it interesting that so many believers say, well, church, like they always quick to co-sign and say what you're saying is right. Like, yeah, churches is
Glay. Let me get to some of these. Oh, damn, we both.
Oh, there we go. You know, church this, church that, but it's just like, can we start at the beginning here? We do know what churches are representation of, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like we be having to tell the people like that, like they'd be like, oh, well, you know, churches are corrupt. We know they're corrupt. That's why they need to be called out by the believers.
And when Vons writes every church is different, what you're trying to imply is that, oh, well, that's just some churches. Well, where are these churches at that are not like what we're describing? Where are these churches? Drop your church in. Matter of fact, Vons, what's your church? We'll go there. I'm coming back to Jersey probably next week. BK and I will go there and we'll have a conversation with your church, and perhaps we can put out all we can showcase the programs that they're doing throughout the week and show how their church is being used every single day to better the people in the community. And then we can push that narrative, so therefore we can encourage other churches to do the same, and that be the standard. But why is there not a standard being set? Why aren't all the good churches calling out the bad churches and demanding a higher standard? Why isn't it? But this is when you believe, bro.
This is where I get an issue with, and I see Vons, since we're on the topic of Vons, which is always a comical topic to begin with. I got Dutch here saying you don't need to go to a.
Hold on, sorry, go ahead.
No, hold on.
Saying in one instance, every church is different, but then he says, I don't have a church home. So what the fuck?
Yeah, and this is what I was going. Damn, I mean, hold up. Where is it at? So
So how do you know every church is different? It's like when people say every church is different, I'm assuming that they're trying to get across that their church is different, but then they say I don't have a home church.
So this is always the common response that I see here, Glay. You don't need to go to a building to practice religion. And yes, you don't need to go to a building to practice religion, right? But do you guys do know that a lot of people go to a building to practice religion, right? And I'm assuming those same people that go to practice religion in the building probably align with a lot of the things that you guys are saying, that you don't go to church. So in good faith, no pun intended, I would think that the people that are attending the church would be some of the people that you guys would hope and care for to not be manipulated, bamboozled, all the things that we keep saying that we're aware of are happening in the church. How are believers okay with other believers going to the church and getting bamboozled? But as long as you say, well, that's not the church I go to, or I don't operate, or I don't need to go to a church, then it's okay. Those are your brothers and sisters that are getting bamboozled. Why is that not important to you? Why is the church putting on a facade and setting up this propaganda or being scamish? Why is that okay to people that believe? Why would we not hold the churches accountable? Why would we not try to stop this? Why would somebody who believes in the same book I believe in, why would I be okay with my neighbor getting bamboozled by the church? But as long as you're okay, you say nothing. That's what I don't understand. So it's just like, if churches have completely manipulated and now they're scamming people, why are you guys sitting back and being okay with that? If you're not going to church, I'm assuming it's for a reason. Call it out. But in typical Von's fashion, he doesn't take any bit of accountability.
It's always, oh, every church isn't like that. Well, show me one that's like the positive that you're trying to make it seem that it is. Show me it's funny how everybody always says, I've said over and over, Glay, where are these churches that are doing the right things and that are standing up for the right causes, calling out Palestine and calling out Israel, Palestine? I said, where are these churches? Put the church in the chat. We will support them. We will figure out a way to let's get in contact with them. Let's highlight the positive work that they're doing. Mm-hmm. But nobody ever writes it.
Yeah.
Nobody ever writes it. Oh man, let's keep going. What else have we got today? Oh, it's 9:48, Clay.
Yeah.
Let me see if I got one more. Oh man, I got this clip of we'll save Marjorie Taylor Greene. I know Maya sent over a clip about Venezuela. Actually, we'll finish off with this right here. Rick Scott. This guy looks godly. Let's play his video. We got it on the screen now. All right, let's see. Damn, I got too many tabs open. Hold on. Hold up. Here we go.
So proud of what the president did, and Marco Rubio and Pete Hegseth and everybody, our military, Maria Corina Machado, and what they did in Venezuela is going to change Latin America. This is the start of changing Venezuela. Then we're going to fix Cuba. Nicaragua will get fixed. Next year, we'll get a new president in Colombia. We're going to start. The democracy is coming back to this hemisphere.
So the president.
So proud of what the president did, and Marco Rubio and Pete Hegseth and everybody, our military, Maria Corina Machado, and what they did in Venezuela is going to change Latin America. This is the start of changing Venezuela. Then we're going to fix Cuba. Nicaragua will get fixed. Next year, we'll get a new president in Colombia.
Yeah. I thought the law was the law. Now we finna just go into all these countries and just start changing their leadership, bro.
The law's the law. Right, Michelle? Where Michelle at? Did she leave?
Nah,
this is
Michelle
the law
here, man. Michelle here. I don't know why I got a soft spot in my heart for Michelle, man.
Oh my God.
I do, man, because I feel like Michelle, we just got to get her right, man. We just got to get her right.
Well, get Von's right too while you at it, because he needs some right.
That's a lost cause.
He needs some right too.
Von's is going to be Von's. Von's going to believe it. It's a lost cause trying to convince Von's of it. Bro, these same, I'll be honest. And the reason why I say it's a lost cause, maybe Von's is right. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But it's a lost cause trying to get, Von's and I have had this conversation for the last 15 years. And I've the same things that Von says now, he says 15 years ago. Like there's, yeah. So Von's is just gonna let Von's be Von's, man. Von's gonna always, yeah. So, but this is what America is, bro. This is what America is. This is what America is, hiding behind Jesus, going into all these different countries, destroying their countries, destroying what's getting ready to happen. And the regime change in Venezuela, we'll see what happens with that. You know what's so funny? You hear America and like Trump and them saying certain things, and then the Venezuela VP came out and was not on board with what Donald Trump did, but Donald Trump will present it that way. And of course, the news stations, they won't play the Venezuela vice president opposing it. It's across the board in all these different instances. We just got to accept what America is, bro. America, America is a white nationalist country, bro. America's a white nationalist country. It is, bro. Sad to say. That's the dominant culture. That's the dominant culture. America is a white Christian nationalist country. And the reason why I say Christian nationalist is because, one, I think it's an oxymoron. Like it's a contradiction in itself when you say Christian nationalist, because I doubt that Jesus Christ would be for any particular group. Like, I doubt that God would be for any particular group. God would be for everybody. This is the problem that I have when it comes to chosen people and Jewish people identifying as some sort of chosen people. But we just got to call a spade, bro, because if we don't call out exactly what it is, then we'll never be able to change it. But America's definitely a white Christian nationalist country. And perhaps it's always been. And I say Christian, which is different than Christ-like. Like Christian is not Christ-like, in my opinion. Christianity is not Christ-like. It's just Christ-like is the teachings of Jesus and the new covenant that he brought in. To me, Christianity leans more into the Old Testament's teachings, which is not at all Jesus's teachings. That's the whole point of Jesus coming here and giving us a new way to live life. Like, because the Old Testament's teachings, Jesus didn't align with, to my understanding. So when I look at America, it is definitely not Christ-like, but definitely Christian nationalist, in my opinion. If that makes any sense. Yeah, if that makes any sense. Yeah, I don't know. What's up with Popo? I don't know what Popo is like. I was confused on that. Whatever. But this is just what America is, bro. This is what America is.
I'm waiting on Michelle to respond to this video.
Oh, you said
okay. Okay. I'm not doing none of this cherry picking bullshit. Michelle, play the video one more time for me, Glay.
Play the video?
Play the video one more time so the people that believe the law is the law can hear this shit and make sure they reveal their stance. Can't hide.
All right.
So proud of what the president did, and Marco Rubio and Pete Hegseth and everybody, our military, Maria Corina Machado, and what they did in Venezuela is going to change Latin America. This is the start of changing Venezuela. Then we're going to fix Cuba. Nicaragua will get fixed. Next year, we'll get a new president in Colombia. We're going to start. The democracy is coming back to this hemisphere.
So the president.
Why don't you fix America? Like, why don't Americans start with fixing America? Is that off the table?
I think it's off the table, bro.
Can we not focus on America?
Cause I still ain't seen Michelle. I guess Michelle did her breath work early.
Come on, man. Leave Michelle alone, bro. Yo, Michelle's somebody that I know personally, so that's why I was.
Oh, you do?
No, I'm joking.
I would have let it live for a little bit, but
oh my God.
Okay, well, that's what we said. Yes, please fix America first.
Yeah,
bro.
Abu Han said, yeah, that's my energy, bro. Christianity is not Christ-like. Two completely different things. And I think the more that we highlight those differences, it'll allow us to perhaps in the best way to reset our perspective on a lot of these things. Like, we all have to acknowledge that growing up in America, we all grow up with a certain perspective and breathe in a certain type of air that formulates how we see the world as we get older. And I think we need to acknowledge those things and call those things out and perhaps do some internal work as far as releasing our minds from seeing the world as if everything is just ours as long as we can just take it. I don't see how that's justified. It's not justified in any other aspect. Like, we can't just go to a woman and just do whatever we want with her because we have the power to do so. Matter of fact, that's probably the things that are considered the worst sins, the worst crimes, are when people in power take away people who have less power than them. They take away their power, what they have, and do whatever they want with them. We hear about that with grape or different things that happen with kids, that adults do to kids. All these different things is because the power dynamic. But now we're in a position to where when we look at all these other countries, because we have a power dynamic that's in our favor over their countries, we just look at it as the colonizer's mind. And perhaps we shouldn't be surprised. This is just what it's always been. This is literally what manifest destiny is. This is what the doctrine of discovery is. This is what our great grandparents, our founding fathers, this was the energy that this was created on, bro. It's always been just, if it's not yours unless you can protect it, right? So.
Oh, and let's who this? Let me address this individual real quick. Jack, let me get in my bag real quick.
And we're back up to 40, Papo. Papo, you're still here. So what does that say? Glay, don't even give that no time. Come on, bro. Don't even, nah.
Why I can't get on these niggas?
Because go ahead.
Nah, fine. Whatever.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what Papo wants, bro. Papo just want to be relevant, bro. Papo, you got a YouTube channel? We're gonna go to your channel. And since the quality of the show has dropped off considerably, then we'll point everybody in the direction of your show so we can get your perspective.
Go to Papo. Open Papo's
on YouTube.
Profile.
Let me go on YouTube.
Yeah, and put it for the chat to see.
Let me go. Oh man, the OG network. Hold on, let me find.
Yeah, let's look up Popo.
Let's see what Popo got going on.
Let's see the motion.
Hold on, Popo. Channel. Go to channel. Oh no, you want me to share it?
Yeah, let's share it. Let's see what Popo got going on. Oh. No motion? Popo, no motion? Come on, Popo. Now
everybody got an opinion though. the quality of the show dropped off. If that's the case, then bro, you're free.
Popo, you're not even a contributor. You're not a creator. Why would I care what you think?
Yeah.
You don't even have your own face on your joint.
Let's move on. Yeah, we're not gonna get that no more attention. We're not gonna get that any more attention. It's but that's, I think that's like, I really don't understand how people, if you have such strong opinions on this, seriously, like a serious question. If you have such strong opinions on this, why aren't you voicing them? Why aren't you voicing them in more than something than a group chat on this channel? We don't know each other. I don't think we've ever met in real life. We have no interactions. A serious question. If you feel strongly about it, why not be a soldier of some sort of cause? Like, why not use your voice? Why not use everything that you have to push exactly maybe a perspective that you wanted, to shine some light maybe on a perspective that you have? I'm really just asking.
I mean, Glay, you got a lot more grace with these people. Like, I'm just gonna treat people how they treat me. I'm not gonna try to because it's easy to be a coward.
This is what, bro. I actually paid you, bro. Respectfully, like I'm not a politician that's being given money by AIPAC, and you give me money, and now I'm going to say everything that aligns with what you believe. I'm sorry, it just doesn't work that way. It just doesn't work that way. You've seen Robert give money. Robert, shout out to Robert, just came through with the super chat. We're going to disagree. We're going to have these type of comments. So I'm not really sure what you're saying has to do with that. And besides all that, I don't want to make this all about Popo. I think that if people are passionate about stuff, I think we need to question perhaps, and I'm not really sure the best way to say this, but if it really meant as much to you as it seems to mean to you when it's written in the comments, then you would do exactly what BK and I are doing. We would have more voices. We would have more soldiers on this side, because the people on social media and how important it is. If that's the case, if you feel so strong to push this direction, then why are you not? Why? Serious question. Why don't you have a platform that's pushing these same things? Because we're taking time out of our day. All of this energy that I put in, that BK puts in to this channel, that's time away from making money, to where I've made less money in my job because I'm spending more money on here because it means something to me. That's putting your money where your mouth is. That's willing to stand on something that you're actually passionate about. So perhaps there needs to be some level of understanding and grace given from that perspective, because if you really cared about it, if it was really something that you align your life with, if you really were passionate about it, then you would take time away from what's putting food on the table, maybe, that you'll justify, and put it into this. And the majority of people only work in 8 hours. So what are you doing the rest of the time? What are you watching on YouTube? What are you playing video games? What are people doing? If this was important to people, if it was important enough to you, then you would be doing something every day to push us in a more positive direction as defined by you. I don't understand. I don't understand. But maybe I do understand. Maybe I do understand. Maybe I do understand. But and I'm getting some comments from my wise brother SB. He's telling me to move on. So we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. And hold on. And SB, as you're texting me, look at this comment. And BK, don't give it any attention. SB, my brother that I hold in the highest regards, Stephen Branch. I want you to just look at that, and let's see if we're helping out our brothers. And let's just leave it like that. Let's just see, or maybe it's just a lost cause. But he knows what I'm referring to. He knows what I'm referring to. All right, let's shout out to Dutch coming through with the super chat. Appreciate you, bro. We're gonna keep pushing.
Shout out Dutch.
We're gonna keep pushing.
Shout out Robert. And then
let's see. This is the thing, bro. This is what y'all don't. This is Paula. I agree the religion stuff is repetitive. Then I'm gonna be honest, you may not enjoy this show. This is what it's you know what is also repetitive? The fact that people are using religion and have always used religion to create all of this chaos that we talk about right now. As much as people, and what's so funny about it is people that put religion in such and hold it on such a high pedestal. See, the people that run the world, they understand how important religion is. They understand how important religion is and how powerful it is. But the people that, like us at the bottom, the people that are getting controlled, the people that are just living in the society, not the people that are running things, we look at it as religion. This religion stuff is repetitive. The reason why it's repetitive is because it's included in every single thing that we're talking about. It shapes how we see the world. everything, and it's being used in a negative way. So absolutely. So if respectfully, if the religion stuff convo and a lot of the people that if the religion convo is not something that you're interested in and that it's something that you dislike, then this may just not be the show for you. This may not be the show for you. Absolutely, it's repetitive. Just like it's repetitive how people have always used it. But we sit here and we have some disconnect to that. And what's so funny about it is the religion stuff is so repetitive, but it's the one thing that's off the table when it comes to fixing the problems that we have in our society. But then the people that embrace religion, they embrace the power of the religion, but we sit here and act like we don't have. What is the other solution? Paula, what are your solutions outside of changing the way that people think? If Jesus meant so much to us, then what other solution could we have? Because I just don't know. I just don't know. Somebody give me another solution. And this is the thing. This is what I mean when I say people that don't do what we do. The more you look into this, the more you do research, you understand that religion is at the core of all of this. You don't think religion is at the core of what Bibi Netanyahu and Israel's doing? You don't think religion was at the core of European nations telling Christopher Columbus manifest destiny, doctrine of discovery? See, and this is the difference. We can't change the world. Paula, with all due respect, you save that limiting energy for yourself. I don't let people tell me that I can't change the world. You may not be able to change the world. But don't push that energy off to me. That's not godly energy. That's not uplifting energy. That's not empowering energy. You may not be able to change the world. Perfectly fine, but please don't ever think that you're going to push that onto me. Don't ever. That's the same energy of, you know what? A lot of people believe you can't make it to the NFL. No. You can't make it to the NFL. You can't make it to the NFL. Don't ever limit me. Don't ever put limitations on me. I got the light of God in me. I don't know what you have in you, but don't ever set limitations on what I can do and my contributions to society can be. Because people that have that mindset that I can't change the world, they never will change the world. You ever heard that saying, whether you believe you can or you can't, you're right? Perhaps we need to dive more into that. Don't put your limitations on me. Your power is in your own community and circle. Yeah, but what do you think when you change your community and you change your circle, that compounds, and then you change your village, then you change your greater village, then you change your state, then you keep growing. It's so funny how people think that you can't change the world. Did Hitler not change the world? It seems like all the people that believe in using religion in a negative way, it seems like they're a bit more confident in themselves than the people that are supposedly using it in a positive way.
Ooh.
Did Mussolini not change the world?
Ooh.
Did Stalin not change the world?
Ooh. Okay now.
And then this is the energy. Dak, calm down. I'm sorry, Paula. I don't know what high horse you believe that you stand on, but you telling me to calm down doesn't mean anything. You telling me to calm down. You know what you should calm down? You should calm down that limiting energy that you're projecting on me because the insecurities that you have within you. That's what I would say. You're my homegirl. I rock with you. But don't ever think that I'm not going to call you out. Just like I'll go at Bonds, I will go at you as well. You have limiting energy. You have limiting energy of yourself, a view of yourself, so therefore you're projecting it on me. We're not the same. We are not the same in any regard. And I'll leave it there. I'll leave it there. Glay, please, I'm asking you, please, can you do the breath work today?
Yep.
Okay.
So, dang, I pride myself on memorizing what you typically say, but We're going to dive into our breath work now. This is the most important component of the show. I definitely think today we definitely need to do some breath work. Shout out to our big homie Steve for kind of teaching us this. So the way it works, we do 4 sets. We do a 4 count in.
Oh, Paula, when would you like to go live? Right now? Because you wrote it in caps. So what's the energy? Oh, she's in the bath right now. Later. Okay. All right. I was just checking because the caps energy was giving off something different. But I'm sorry, Glade. Please continue. My fault for interrupting you.
Yeah. So go if you're in a safe space. You can close your eyes if you want to. I'm not gonna necessarily close my eyes. And so breathe in, breathe out, 4 rounds. All right, ready, go. Breathe in, hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let it out. Let it all out. All right, going in again. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. All right, breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. All right, last one. Breathe in all that, all that stuff. Breathe in. Hold. Hold this one a little longer. Make sure you push all that negativity. Get a good day. Start the day. However you go about it. And breathe out. All right. Great show. That's
keep going, Glade. Nah, keep going.
Great show. I got to think about my response to this show, though. That's why I got to give it a second. But y'all can be patient. Shit, it's my show. I ain't got to rush shit. No way. Me and my dog show. Fuck y'all niggas. Today, guys, is a real reflection of where humanity is at. We have a lot of perspectives here. We have a lot of opinions. We have a lot of beliefs. And, more and more, you can kind of see how certain things, certain parts of history have continued to repeat itself. I don't know what the common ground is for humans because it's not humanity. In no place do I ever justify anyone dying, not even my enemy. But we can't even find a way to find common ground there. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I be telling Dak to not give a fuck about y'all niggas. Dak be the one be trying to hold on to y'all motherfuckers. Me, I've been told Dak, fuck these niggas. Let's run this shit up. Go get the money and get the fuck up out of here like all these other motherfuckers do. I'm the one. Not him. He the one be trying to stay in this bitch, trying to really make sure shit happen, make sure shit shake. When I see stuff like this, every time I get a little bit closer that we can make a change, and then I see a situation that will clearly display that, damn, I know at least we can. I don't care what religion you believe. I don't care what gender you are, what color you are, what race you are. I know we can agree on no woman should have to hop in her car catch 3 to the forehead. That public display of execution, my God, they did that during slavery, and that's what broke the souls of so many black people. And we find a way to cheer that on. That's why I'd be saying fuck this shit. Because how the fuck I'm gonna get through to a nigga who clearly is raised by the devil? I don't know how to get through that. I don't know how to get through somebody, people in the comments saying about children dying in Palestine. I don't know how to get through that. God didn't give me the sight for that. He didn't give me the vision for that. I damn near don't have faith in y'all niggas. I know I don't have faith in y'all niggas. I got faith in me and what I'm going to say and what I'm going to do. I don't have faith that y'all going to show up. I don't have faith that the Christians going to call out certain behaviors when they need to. I don't have faith that the people in Israel are going to call out the bad habits in Palestine, even though they're Jewish. I don't have faith. Humanity is divided by inhumane things. So when I can see people say I stand with Palestine as they see a child with missing limbs who had no opinion on who walked into this space, this is fucking nuts to me. And this is why I'd be like, fuck these niggas. That shit don't hurt y'all so that somebody got to bury their daughter with 3 kids and a family. What are y'all saying? She deserved it. The fuck is, what is in y'all? What are you eating? What are you drinking? How did the devil hit you? And to justify it and say it's the law? I know we go off in what we do, but bro, I ain't gonna mean, man, when I hear shit like that, bro, I be like, dog, they put me on the wrong planet. I'm at the wrong airport. There's no motherfucking way I'm walking outside and people are justifying somebody with a gun taking somebody without a gun's life. That shit, bro. If that don't hit the people in it, if you a believer, bro, let me know in the chat how y'all feeling. I don't know how y'all get through it. I don't know how y'all hold on. This shit, nerve-wracking, mind-breaking. We're trying to speak life into people. We're trying to make sure that they see their neighbor as humanly. We trying to make sure they see just because they believe in that religion, they still my people. They my brothers. We begging for that. I'm begging y'all to see that. Y'all think this shit is about super chatting? Y'all think this shit is about subscribing? What the fuck? Damn, bruh. We was like this before the cameras, before you knew who we was like this, bro. What are y'all talking about? Dak been doing this shit for 4 years. He never looked at the subscribers before, and he ain't gonna look at them now. He don't care about none of that. What are y'all saying? Y'all don't control nobody. We not, like he said, this ain't politics. You see how y'all feel? See, y'all do this shit to Trump. Look how the crowd speaks to us because they sent us a couple dollars. Because they gave us a platform. Now y'all think y'all can control us. But then y'all get mad at the politicians for doing what the people that paid them say to do. But that's what y'all trying to do with us. I thought y'all paid us to be us. But now you're weaponizing your subscription. You're weaponizing the dollar you're sending. You're weaponizing you engaging in the chat. Why is it becoming a weapon now? Because we disagree. Why do we have so much more respect for you having a difference in opinion than you have respect for us? Maybe that's why you're a subscriber. See, we don't subscribe to shit. We don't watch nobody's shit like that. Ain't pressed up on nobody. I don't give a fuck what nobody's saying. We hop on this show, damn, bro. We only look forward. We don't even worry about defense. It's straight offense. But you think your voice is heard because of a subscription now. You think your voice is heard because of a super chat. No. I promise you guys, it's not that easy. I wish you could just pay and your voice is heard, and it's just that simple. You have to publicly show you are willing to speak and talk. The money shouldn't change you. And I hope you know that the principles that we're standing on with this shit should show for the real people that's with the shit we be saying. You see, we don't move for the money. We don't move because you interview us and you cam up for a podcast. We don't move because we've known you since high school. We believe in what we believe in, which is humanity first, period. The same way y'all can run around here and say America first is the same way we can run around here and say humanity first. But when I'm seeing people who tap in consistently weaponize their subscription as if this was some support that we needed to continue to walk this journey or walk this road, as if we weren't about this energy way before the subscriber would show up, way before the video cameras was pulled out. We only do this so the voice can be heard across the masses. But please believe we don't look into the crowd when we speaking. We're in the crowd with the people that we're speaking to. We're the voice, but we sit in the crowd. So we may not be the voice for you, but we the voice for somebody. And the people that align with us, stay in the crowd with us. Don't put us on a podium yet, guys. Don't send a super chat and think we that heavenly. Don't think we doing God's work yet. We not. We regular cats in the crowd, just like you. The same 24 hours, the same voice, the same opportunity, the same heartbeat. We're in the crowd with y'all. Don't start talking about subscribe to this, subscribe to that. Nah, we not special. And maybe that's your excuse for not speaking up because you think we are. Maybe that's why you think you can weaponize your subscriptions and the money and the bread and all that because you think we're special. But I just want to confirm to you that you're wrong. We don't think we're special. And to be quite honest, half the arguments and fights that we get in is because we don't think we're special. We think we're equal. And so we wonder why we can speak out on shit we don't like and don't believe in that looks inhumane and demonic. And we just get so puzzled by the nigga next to me don't say the same shit, but he claimed he a believer. How can he say he believe in me, but he not willing to say the things I'm willing to say and I say I'm a believer? Why does our definition of believers look so different? And I'm letting you know the silence is becoming an approval for the ops and the enemy to continue their behavior. If we started calling it out, they would be more uncomfortable. But why are we not doing that? It ain't no right, left, up, down. It ain't no rich, poor, black, white. Bro, it's human first. No person, no child should cut on the news and see some woman get shot at so now he can be scared when cops roll up. What kind of world y'all trying to leave back for these kids? So y'all went through that shit in the 50s. Y'all went through that shit in the 60s. And now it's 2025. And it's still okay to publicly execute somebody in front of a crowd and say she deserves it? And then y'all teach, what do you think these children think now? That it's okay. We're not even willing to be grown-ups and say, look, man, at the end of the day, what do our grandparents say when we're out? Hey, man, no cussing. Your grandmama here. Hey, man, your parents are here. Yo, there's kids around. Chill. You can't be doing all that. But then when I'm speaking there, listen to the shit y'all saying. Are your kids okay with hearing this shit? This shit is wild to me. It's humans first, bruh. That's the energy I'm on. And if it don't align with the shit you on, I wasn't tripping, bro. I'm in the crowd with my people. We in the trenches. We ain't on no podium. Just because we got cameras don't mean we no different than the people we in the crowd with, bro. So it bugs me. And I constantly, please believe, when we get off this call, I'm going to call that, and I'm going to try to convince his ass to leave y'all niggas the fuck alone, because this shit is ridiculous. But he going to try to talk me away to get back on it and say, nah, we can make some change, et cetera, et cetera. I don't know, bro. Somebody's life was ended publicly, a public execution, and I've got people that claim they're believers in Christ say it was justified. So I guess Palestine is justifying, right? I guess the children in Palestine are justifying too, then. But that's all I got, man.
It's easy to armchair quarterback stuff. It's easy to armchair quarterback stuff. It's easy to be a fan and tell the team how they should be performing on the field when you're not willing to take the risk that the people on the field are taking. It's very easy to give those suggestions. it's very easy. It's a little bit different when you get in the game. I'll just leave it at that. Yeah. In case you don't know what we're here to do, we're here to bring humanity together to strive for this greater peace. So our enemy is very clear. Anything that gets in the way of humanity living in harmony, being more godly, achieving the greater peace, that's what we're passionately going to stand up against and voice an opinion on. Nothing is off the table for us. So what ends up happening is when things are on the table for other people, or I should say when certain people are not willing to address certain problems in ways that we're willing to address them, it may come across as offensive to you. It's always going to be some sort of defensive energy that you feel. But once again, when I ask the question, what is the other solution? I didn't see anything. I see a lot of people, we're talking about religion again. Yeah, absolutely. That is what it's like. We don't understand why they gave us religion in terms of slavery, why the Arabs forced a lot of Africans, Middle Easterns to adopt their religion with the Arab slave trade. This is all based on religion, all of it. All of it is based on religion. It gives a green light for people to move in a destructive way. And if the people that supposedly are using it in a positive way don't stand up as viciously and passionately against that evil, then the evil's always going to win. And when people are not realistic, going back to how we started the show with Michelle saying that, the devil's not winning. If you don't believe that the devil's winning, then you probably are a very selfish person. If you look around at what's going on in this world right now and you don't believe that the devil is winning, then you are a very selfish, delusional person. And I would probably lean towards more the selfishness making you delusional or the selfishness justifying the delusion. But you're a selfish person if you don't acknowledge that, in my opinion. I may be completely wrong. So, and Queez, I appreciate that. Queez last comment, not everybody's trying to get up every day and talk about these topics. It weighs heavy on you. Yeah, but we're not going to adjust our show based on what you want to hear. That's not what the show was ever intended to be. That's not what it ever will be. Because then we are following principles, morals, and values. And if they keep landing us in the same place as what has corrupted the minds and made us sick to where we can't embrace more positive principles, morals, and values, then we are going to stay locked in, laser focused on that aspect of it, period. Like nobody's, and I think what BK is saying, well, he said it very clearly, nobody's begging anybody to be a part of anything. We appreciate it. We appreciate this open dialogue. We appreciate the respectful dialogue, but nobody's begging anybody to be a part of this. Like BK said, this is the same energy that I've had 4 years ago when it was just me talking to Queez on here. you know what I'm saying? And my parents listening and me opening up 2 different tabs. So it makes it seem like there's 10 people on here. Like this is not what that is. And if you know me personally, then you probably understand that. But it just is what it is. It just is what it is. The devil is working when he can convince you that the tactics that he's using to do demonic work, that we shouldn't focus and pay attention to those exact things. That's just the devil working. The devil's using religion to do all the demonic things. But then you got the religious people that are saying, oh, we're talking about religion again. It's like, what? It's like, what else is there to talk about? What else is there to talk about? It always comes back to that. And this is probably a lesson that a lot of us can learn in our lives. The things that we avoid in our lives, the things that we avoid addressing, they typically are the result or factor into us not reaching the areas that we want to reach in life because we never were willing to address those things, the things that we continue to avoid. So to each their own. We just gonna keep pushing. So, yeah, I'll leave it at that. Yeah. What is your purpose? What is the purpose and what is the impact that you want to make on this world? That's all I got. That's all I got, Glay.
Damn, Glay. I mean, what are they going to say that Charlie Kirk deserved to die too? I didn't think that was justified. Like, was Charlie Kirk? Was that an assassination, or that was?
I was under the understanding that, based on a commandment that I actually agree with, that thou shalt not kill. I thought that was the commandment. So that's why I'm not for any war. I'm not pushing violence. I think violence only begets violence. We got to figure out a different way to resolve a lot of these issues. But when we live in a country that was founded on okaying and justifying war, and when there's war crimes and war is not the actual crime, we're always going to land in this spot, bro. We're always going to land in this spot. I'm not for any war. I'm not for any war.
So we're going to justify. So public execution, Charlie Kirk, public. We not standing with that. Y'all don't. Did they have a problem?
Well, this is the law, so this is different.
But this one's justified.
Yeah, and there's plenty of different instances. Look, across the board, all of these killings are wrong, and perhaps maybe police officers need to adjust their culture and their mindset. If you're not willing to give up your life to save somebody else's, then perhaps you shouldn't really be a cop, because that's kind of the job. That's kind of the job. Like, that's why we clap for y'all and appreciate y'all. So if you're not willing to sacrifice your life to preserve somebody else's, maybe you shouldn't be a cop.
I mean, I think firefighters are more noble than some of these cops I'm seeing.
Yeah, I think that
if you're willing to run into a burning building to save somebody, I think that takes a little bit more than it takes to pull out a gun because somebody, I don't know.
I think that the majority of people, when they walk around with a gun, it changes something in them across the board, whether you're a police officer, whether you're on the street, whether you're in a gang, regardless, whether you just living in Florida and you got open carry. I think that walking around with a gun just changes your energy, how you walk around. I really just believe that. And I think when it comes to the cops, they get so riled up and excited. And it's almost like in a football, like the energy, like, you know what I mean? Like it's, you get so, what's the word? I used it earlier when we were talking to Maya, but your adrenaline, it's such an adrenaline rush at the time where it's like, oh, you know what I mean? Like the ego comes out. This lady's she's not stopping her car. I'll shoot this bitch. Like, you get what I'm saying?
And you know what's funny? It's like, did you see the other cops when he shot that shit off? I don't know if anybody paid attention to that.
They were kind of...
Them niggas walked away like, fuck, nigga. Show that video. You gonna see a cop literally beeline like, oh, God. I guarantee if we could get him on an interview, his response, his actions to what I saw, he literally,
the same video that I played earlier?
Yeah. If you pull that up, you're going to see a cop, either one, maybe two cops, literally turn and beeline back.
Or whatever. For someone who's going to no doubt, he actually decides to draw purpose. If you go frame by frame, the next two shots after the vehicle to catch up to it. This, by the way, after very clearly signaling to the goal, started pulling out similarly.
I'm mad that I don't have those. I thought I saved these videos. I mean, I could just type it in.
Yeah, type that joint in. You're going to see it where you know you like, damn, that cop was like, nigga. See, this is why you can't go out with everybody. Because now some of them cops know they look crazy.
The fuck?
Was that it? You got to zoom in.
Oh, I saw the cop. Glay, I saw it.
Zoom in a little bit,
Glay. Right here.
Uh-huh.
Can you see it? Is it on the screen?
It's small, though. You usually have it a little bigger. Okay.
Hold on. Let's do this then.
Make us maybe smaller. Okay.
Let me. It's this cop. It's the one right here. I think he puts his hand on his head.
Okay. Thank you.
What the fuck? Dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, you're gonna see him turn around and be like, oh nah, nigga, you tripping.
Hey, Glay, man. Y'all
hold it down, POP. Peace.
Yeah, y'all have a good one. We'll see y'all tomorrow at 8 a.m. Have a good one.